the news. Yeah, that you knew. Harris is drinking, and yes, I'm thinking, and I'm plotting and scheming.
Like, if I wasn't trying to search for a fucking movie, like, I'm frustrated, I'm having a day, and then I get up and I get on the couch and I'm flicking through the remote and I'm like, damn, I can't find shit to watch. I'm frustrated about that now. Fucking never ending, you feel me? But if I just went somewhere and I just sat in the chair and I folded my hands and I ain't say nothing, I just closed my eyes, ain't shit for me to be frustrated about. I can think about it.
Yeah.
Interesting theory, bro.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't say I reach right for my phone because like I don't really be checking it like that. But every day I wake up, man, I alarm kind of maybe or goes off, or if I wake up naturally, I just kind of I chill for a minute for sure.
Yeah.
I like to go take a like the first thing I do, I pop a Zin in my mouth and I'm thinking about coffee, and then I like to take a silent shit though. I like to just I don't take my phone in the bathroom right away. Usually, I just like I go in there. I just like to sit on the fucking pot for a minute,
Yeah.
scratch my eyes and shit, and just like listen to the roaches in the walls and stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Listen to the cars outside and the people getting, especially in the morning. That's the one thing I don't know why, but that shit brings me like calms me, soothes or whatever. Like listening to people getting up and just thinking about, like, you hear doors close, you hear the cars running. Especially if you wake up like early, like 5:30 or stuff like that, and you start to hear some people start to be on the road from sleeping all night, and you're like, that motherfucker getting up, going to work, getting his job done. I don't know why that makes me feel good. Like, it's still hope for the world and shit. Like, motherfuckers is still out here trying to get it. But I don't know, man. I think with us talking about all of this right now is like, I think even what you were talking about earlier, like, I think a lot of getting older and experiencing shit in life, even with the people who come to the bar, what I'm saying? It's just everybody's just really trying to find a way to deal with everything, man. You're trying to find a way to deal with everything peacefully, not not struggling, not having to take on more problems, trying to solve problems. It can be a difficult thing, man. It's fucking difficult to find your own peace, your own balance. I'm learning that shit even, and I don't even feel like I have a lot of problems.
Yeah,
But
it's good to
interesting.
take some time. Uh, I've been so far this month. I mean, I'm not in the gym working out or anything, but I'm doing the sauna more. And then there's a pool that's over here. It's a year round. It's basically a heated pool, heated to the temperature of a jacuzzi, but it's a pool. And so
Yeah,
I've been going in there and just doing that a couple times a week, getting my chakras aligned and stuff.
for real. Listen, especially now,
And just
all
sit
this
there.
sickness shit going on and everything like that. How's it over there? Is your I saw some shit today where they're like in Texas, like they got a really bad flu outbreak or something like that with all the kids.
Yeah. I mean, shit. It's going around. I don't know. I'm over here in dirty ass Reno, so fucking casinos, bro. Fucking just all sorts of people coming through, tapping the machines, touching shit. I'm dealing with money all day, every day, smoking.
Mm,
People smoking inside, all sorts of shit. So my immune system's
yeah,
fucking tip top though, man. Uh, I ended the year with a bang. Uh, I went on a bad binger for like a week, and then when I came down, I crashed and I was sick, but not like coughing, sneezing. It was just like literally like fatigued and dehydrated, and my legs felt like pins and needles, bro. I had no energy for like 2 weeks, just
yeah.
that's because I ran myself into the ground.
Hey man, listen. I guess it happens sometimes, bro. Like, I can see you back behind the mic, and hopefully, like, you're doing what you doing what you need to do, bro. Everybody's got their own shit. They got their own shit to do, but hopefully you finding, you know, your peace in what you're doing. And that's all you can really hope for anybody, man. Because it's like, I'm not the kind of person anymore to try to tell people what they're supposed to be doing. It is what it is. You do it. People got to do what they have to do to get by. This motherfucker, how they get by. And I think a lot of people are experiencing that now. I think a lot of people are seeing through a lot of the bullshit at this point, especially with everything going on. Like, we had a really good conversation, everything going on with like Trump and just all this shit going on. I'm finding it harder to have. how the fuck do I say this? Realistic conversations with people without conversations being too biased or being too opinionated. You know, in your feelings type shit. Like I feel like, you know, a lot of people be talking and they're so engaged in their feelings about how shit feels instead of really just thinking about like what are we talking about. You know what I'm saying? You know, you say something, anything along the lines of something, people are ready to, you know, find out what side they want to be on of what you said instead of just listening to what the fuck you said. And that's what it seems like more is happening, like more than not. It's hard to have conversation with people now, bro. That's why a lot of times now, bro, I don't know if you see the shows, but I do most of my shows by myself, man. But well, besides like the wrestling show and shit like that, which is always fun. But the web show, yeah, I hardly have anybody. I just speak my own shit.
Yeah.
Speak to my own shit.
How do you feel like, you know, since you've been doing it for so long and stuff, and when I kind of started with Ray, and then I started doing my show. How do you feel in the art of, you know, being an orator? Do you feel like you're getting better? Do you listen to your past stuff and be like, man, I be talking that shit for real, just keeping the airspace going and your mind? You feel like you're getting better, like a master at that, or what?
Bro, listen, let me tell you something. Let me be completely honest with you. I was supposed to have tonight's show was supposed to have 4 people. Like I said, 4 people on it. It was supposed to be me and 3 other people, and nobody showed up. But no hard feel. I love you guys. Like I know if you didn't come, it's because you guys got shit going on. I definitely understand. Especially Kyle. Kyle's here every fucking week. But I didn't even really want to do a show tonight. I told my wife was in there sleeping on the couch, begging me, "Come on, baby, come upstairs." I'm like, "Damn, baby, I wish I could go upstairs." I've been kind of frustrated today. I didn't want to do a fucking show. When I found out everybody wasn't coming on, I literally made a game show up real quick because I was gonna do that real fast. I didn't even have a plan for the show tonight. I didn't even know you was coming on here tonight. I got on this motherfucker and I just started talking. And when I tell you, bro, no bragging or nothing, it's just natural, man.
Yeah.
It's literally just natural. I find myself, I'm not just bullshitting. I'm not just talking about whatever. Even when I don't even feel like doing this shit, I can just get on here and talk. Like a lot of times I talk my own thoughts. The entertainment show is a little harder because it's like, you know, you want it more topical. But on the web show especially, man, I get on the web show. Sometimes I just talk about everything. I did a show a couple weeks ago about just like, you know, what keeps you going. You know what I'm saying? What keeps you going, why it's important to keep going, and you know, or why it's also important to know when to stop. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something I'm challenged with. That's why I like before when we were like, yo, I quit a bunch of times. And I know like saying quit isn't really good. But the thing is, if that's what you feel when you doing that shit, like when I stopped so much to the point where I deleted all of this shit. I deleted all my shit in my phone. If it wasn't for OneDrive, I wouldn't have nothing.
Damn.
I don't even got my fucking intros no more. I had to go and recopy them. I deleted everything. I told myself this year, I was like, man, I've been doing this for a while. I said, I'm about to have another baby in July. I was like, I gotta start changing up. I gotta do some shit different. I need to, you know, be on a different path. I've been doing this for a while. I can't keep just going with this. And for those 3 days, I was doing everything. I wasn't even posting on Facebook, none of that shit. But then, just like you said before, like, this is just, I made this a part of who I am at this point. I'm not this of a content creator. Like, I'm not him. Like, I don't give a fuck until I'm not Brian B. I mean, I can't not be. I would basically be lying to myself.
Yeah.
This is who the fuck I am.
Absolutely. And you know, and right now I did that thing again. I'm going live on my channel right now. I'm showing your screen on my shit.
Yeah.
And just because I've been struggling with my consistency, I'm like, well, shit. If I'm already doing a show, let me link it over here, and I can already get some, you know. So if I don't go that long tonight, it's like, well, hey, I still went live, motherfuckers. You know, so
got some traction.
I be trying to take. I mean, you know, because I tap in, I watch some stuff, and then things that happen in my personal life and stuff. I'm like, yo, like I really want to talk, you know, go in on this tonight, but I'm trying to do some other things with the brand also. But then that voice has been coming in my head, like, you know, I get ready to do a show, and I'm just like, like, what? what am I really gonna say, kind of thing. So I've been in my head a little bit, but the shit goes on, man. Therapy night rants,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, I just I talk about my fuck ups, basically all the dirt I've either been doing or the people that come in with struggles. Like I talked about them or their situations and stuff.
Yeah, I usually whenever I like when I'm planning a show, that's not, wrestling or entertainment for the most part, I usually just let the fucking week tell me what I'm gonna talk about. Like literally. I've tried writing shit down. I've tried, doing a whole bunch of different things, like lists of stuff. But even when you have that, it's good for that time frame when you're thinking of to make a list. But when you read it, you may get a couple ideas, but if it's not what you're really going through at that time, it's not going to be as easy to talk. It's going to be forced. It's gonna be like you got to study to research it and then talk about it. But like even like last week, what the fuck did I talk about last week on the web show? Oh well, we had people on, so I was just reconnecting with some people. But it's like sometimes I'll just be putting some food away in the refrigerator and shit, and I'm just like, man, this shit is annoying or something like that. Like and then I'll think like, man, you know what I'm talking about? Fuck it, I'm talking about daily tasks that you don't want to do, and it just comes out natural. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna talk about that shit. I had a show where I was talking about what the hell was the other one? Damn, I just thought about it when I was talking about the other one. But I was talking about the quitting, not quitting, and what keeps you going. And then I can't remember, but it was something along the same lines. Like it's just like whatever you're doing. Is what you're doing worth it, or are you good enough? That was the other one. Are you good enough? And I was thinking of that shit because I'm going through my own family shit where, you know, I'm constantly the motherfucker in my family, and I know my family knows it, that they come to when they need shit. And I don't mean that in the way of like, oh yeah, they're just waiting for me, like I know I have everything. But when people fuck up my family for some reason, I'm always the one that they know they can come to, and I'm gonna fix their shit, or at least I'm gonna help them fix their shit. Like that's how it always is. My wife is experiencing it now, and I've been really, really dealing with that, these last couple months and everything. But sometimes, like, I'm not the motherfucker who's scared to be like, I'm not dealing with this shit no more. Fuck you, fuck that, fuck all y'all.
Yeah.
Immediately too, bro. Like I'll tell you to your fucking face. Like, listen, I'm gonna try to help you get the fuck out of my. I'm done. I ain't doing it no more. And I did that shit. And then my wife talked to me, and she was like, maybe you should have tried a little harder. And when she said that shit, I was like, all right, I got to talk about it. And I talked about it to myself. I didn't have no fucking thing. And when I talked out loud and allowed myself to hear myself and thought like and act like, well, I didn't act like I'm talking to fucking, most shows we do on Facebook now, we got like 140 fucking people watching. So it's like, I'm talking to somebody. So it's like knowing that I'm talking to somebody, even though there's nobody there, that feeling is like sometimes even answering my own fucking questions.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're thinking like, well, what do they think about this? Are they gonna think about me in this way? And I'm pretty sure you got to experience that. Because like you said, you go and you a lot of times you self fucking acknowledge what you're doing. You self reflect. You self criminalize or whatever the fuck call. So it's got to be something that you see when you're talking about it.
Oh yeah, and a lot of it, bro. Like I consider myself a legend in my own mind. You know, and I don't think it's a negative mind state. Like in the realistic realm, there's a couple people that probably appreciate what I'm doing, like what I'm doing, actually know me. But outside of that, it's like even trying to sell my brand or my channel to people and patrons that come to the bar and they want to get on in the moment, and then I'm calling them in the next day and trying to line some shit up. Like nobody gives a fuck really. So I consider myself a legend in my own mind, bro. Like I got my music that I put out in the past, and my fucking alter ego, whatever, Harry Too Scary, and I go off that, man. And sometimes I act like my all my former crushes are watching me. I be pretending like sometimes like like I bet there's like just like some celebrity bitch like scrolling, and then somewhere my shit just is on the little side. She clicks it, and I be making up little scenarios like about that.
For real. It's a possibility though.
Yeah.
That's why it's even more entertaining. It's not like you're just like sitting in a room, you don't have no equipment or no camera, and you're doing that shit in your own fucking head. Like then it's like, all right, nigga, you might want to try something. But you possibly, you're absolutely right, bro. One thing you did say too earlier was when we first started, or when you first started, you came on, you had you was with Ray, and you kind of had a dynamic, and y'all like I told you plenty of times, like your show was very catchy because it's like it was the vibe that you just chill and you open up and you talk and you just let it out, and it was just like when you sit in a bar. That's what I got. That was the vibe I got from your show every time.
Yeah.
And got the music in the background, the lights was going. I'm like, this is where it's at. But it's like I try to find my motivation from that, and I couldn't get it the same way because that's not my show. I had to figure out, what do I do that's good. What everybody would tell me all the time: you got the energy, you got this, so I had to find out how I can just do my good portion and just be happy with just being me. You can find motivation from other people's shit. You can find a whole bunch of stuff from other people's shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I even told you, I was like, there was points where it was like, I was doing shit, and I'm like, man, listen, I've been doing this shit for 5 years now. I said, I took some liberties in a couple places where I was like, listen, fuck it. Let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I've invested enough in this shit to take some liberties in some places. And yeah, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. But I've literally tried everything doing this shit, and I'm happy I have. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing I'm looking back on and saying, fuck it. You know what I mean? Like, hey, it's there. I'm trying it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's good. It's good to invest yourself fully, man, in what you're doing, and there's no doubt about it. That's what the fuck I'm doing with no remorse.
What I realize is, outside of the people that come on the podcast, like I don't know, like my coworkers or even my friends, motherfuckers, there's a pride in just being able to connect your board, bro. A lot of motherfuckers don't even know like how to connect the cable and then get this shit to run. And then how do you get this thing to roll across the screen when you're still talking, and then like the promotion side of it, and there's so much that goes into it that makes me feel proud because it's like you motherfuckers don't even know, and don't even maybe you want to, but nervous or I don't have the money yet, and it's all these questions, but this shit's like pretty difficult, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not. Listen, not even just with equipment, bro. It's not easy just talking. That's what we was just talking about. It's not easy just talking.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't even know how to hold the conversation. I'm digging to my son right now because his communication is very lacky. He's 13. He's still young. Boy's damn near 14. He's still young, but it's like I'm trying to teach him the importance of shit like speaking up. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being a little louder, because you don't want to be the motherfucker that's looked past. You don't want to be the motherfucker who ain't never getting the attention. You ain't never getting caught. You also don't want to be the motherfucker that's getting too much attention. So, like everything else, you got to find the balance. But it's like, just talking, man. A lot of times when we talk to people, I talk to people, I'm like, yo, listen, I do a show. I've sent out plenty of messages. I do a show, man. I see you got a little content going on TikTok. I was looking for a co-host for the web show for a little while. I was like, I just wanted to have somebody else to like kind of every week powwow thoughts off of and talk about shit. And I interviewed a couple people, and then I was just like, motherfuckers wasn't consistent, and I just lost interest. I was like, man, I'd rather just do this shit for myself. It's not worth the headache. Yeah. And then it's like, it's also not worth, like you just said, having to teach somebody how to talk. Like, you hit me up, and I guess you thought this shit was going to be easy, but you have to stay engaging. You got to stay talking, and you can't be bumbling. Trying to, well, what do I ask next? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, just talk.
Just talk and vibe, yeah.
Yeah, man. Just fucking talk, man. You got mad shit that happens to you on the day. I'm pretty sure you got mad stories. Your mom's got stories. You know what I'm saying? And I be trying to just think of all that stuff. I also be trying to think of stuff that I don't want to talk about. Because, I don't want to get on this motherfucker and talk about politics every week. You know what I'm saying? I just recently started diving into it more because I've been interested more in the dynamic not even just politics, but the circle around politics has what's been interesting to me because people people are just fucking. I don't want to call them sheep, but it's crazy how manipulated, like or manipulatable we are, whatever the fuck it is. Like
Yeah.
we're just so easy to turn, man. And I've really just been paying attention to it and just seeing how you know what I'm saying. You know, when motherfuckers be like, "Damn, you might be too woke." I be feeling like that shit sometimes, bro, because I can't see anything else. People be telling me stuff, and they be telling me in their way, like, "Don't you disagree? Don't you hate that this is happening?" I'm like, "No, I don't. I don't understand." I'll tell you, I don't understand enough to. You don't understand. Well, you need to learn.
The,
Fuck you. Why?
the,
Why? So I can be like you. Like,
the fucking
where do I gotta learn?
the passion. Uh, I get these people, you know, and I had to tone it. Like just I voted for Trump, whatever. I voted for him fucking 3 times. But I don't care. If he didn't win, he didn't win, right? Like I'm not a big, huge Trumper guy, but I fuck with Trump. But even the people, I had to like go into my bar and I'd be like, not tonight. Or if so, you know, people are getting too passionate. Yeah, these goddamn Democrats and these fucking. It's like, yo, brother, I get it, but not tonight. I just, you know, I can't stay here and just listen to your because it's like
I'm telling you, bro.
you know, at the end of the day, what are we gonna do about it? Nothing. Are we gonna go? I hope this guy comes on tonight. Came to my bar, ranting and raving, bro. He starts in, he's positive, Jesus tip, this and this, telling me, you know, because he's 23 years my elder, he's 60. He's telling me about podcasts like, yo, you should listen to so and so. I said, bro, I'm the YouTube, you know, God in my head, bro. Like I've been on Patrice O'Neill, I've been on Billy Carter, you know, all these different scholars, and he's telling me about living in the 4th and 5th dimension, higher level, and I'm like, you know, I've done DMT, mushrooms, like I've reached those other levels on hallucinogenics, but then at the same time, you know, the conversation goes left and it becomes more, you know, bro, you need to, you know, this and this, and like your tone is so negative, and that's the problem with your mindset. I said, motherfucker, you're sitting on the other side of the bar at 1 o'clock in the morning sipping gin, bitch. Like you're not on this some higher ass level either.
For real, and that's what sucks because I think people really do have like the good intent a lot of times, and it sounds crazy, but this is why I like having conversations with open-minded people because it's easier to speak with somebody who can try to understand where somebody's coming from rather than trying to correct them or try to fix them or whatever you want to call it. Because when you have an open conversation and you can say something to somebody and say, damn, that person killed his wife, man. But damn, man, that really sucks. But damn, I understand, man. That must have been hard to deal with. And you say some shit like that, and then somebody says, what? This hard? How can you say that? How can somebody kill? No, I would never understand. And then you're sitting there like you would never understand. So if somebody like murdered your mom and then, you know, you went and got revenge, like you don't think anybody would understand? Somebody kidnapped a 13-year-old girl and she fucking found a knife on the floor and stabbed him and he was, you know, done after that. You wouldn't understand why she did. Like, just why are you just trying to sit on your fucking hierarchy instead of like trying to have a real conversation? Like, you know, does context matter at all? And that's why a lot of times, bro, like you said, just with that guy, people just be trying to tell you the way to go instead of really fucking like trying to listen to you and relate to you. And, you know, even if they are trying to teach you, they're trying to teach you their way. They're not trying to teach you so you can, you know, maybe find something for yourself. You know, they're trying to take you by the hand and walk you to the books that they read instead of just showing you like, hey man, I went to this place. And just like you even said with DMT, I never took it, but just because I know about it, I'm like, well, damn, like I'm pretty sure you've had more experiences than I ever fucking could have. So I can't even speak on it. You know what I'm saying? I understand that context.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if it's something that I don't feel like I would do, I would never be like, nah, man, I wouldn't do that. I shouldn't do that. I don't want to, you know, I have no idea what the fuck I would want to do. If somebody had it in front of me and they said, explain it to me and I understood it to a degree, maybe I would try it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fucking know.
Go there, brother. If you ever get a chance to do the toad, you fucking take the toad. Don't even hesitate, brother.
Yeah, listen, man. Opening up different, levels of your consciousness, your brain, or your whatever the fuck you opening.
Yeah.
I've heard about it,
There's
and
oh, go
for
ahead.
us also, it's like it's interesting because we are the type of people who, doing this content creator shit, bro. You can go multiple routes. You can go ahead and try to jump on a bandwagon and do the goofy shit that you see the people doing, pouring cereal on their heads, and
Yeah.
walking up to people and pranking them in the stores, and jumping off of buildings and stupid shit.
Yeah.
Or you can go the other route, where you can find out what dance is on TikTok, and doing that and doing this or doing that or whatever. Or you can go another route, and you can smoke a little weed and have some engaging conversation that you think there's different levels. You feel me? So it's like I can stick to what I'm interested in and try to build that and try to build a following off of that, so it's natural, it's real, and it's genuine. But or I can just go take the easy way out and say, well, what's making you money? Well, what's making me this? How am I going to get popular fast?
Right.
I mean, if I was looking for that, I'm about to be a fucking clown.
Would you, as far as the trends go, I do, and I was thinking about this. I said maybe I'm gonna ask you, your people, Steady. Would you want to do that Pocky one chip challenge, like on a live, and just see the reactions? Crazy shit. That one.
I mean, something like that is. I mean, that's natural. Like that's not anything bad. I would do that. Yeah, I would definitely do that on
I think
on live.
that'd be a crazy clip too. Like but it's like, what I mean? Just like yo,
Fucking that shit up.
you know what I'm saying? Like you see that shit. Some people falling out.
Yeah.
I think little stuff like that. I don't know these trends, these games, these YouTube. I can't stand them, bro. This is one YouTuber that my son watches now. This dude just plays Madden with himself. He plays Madden with himself, and he just like talk to himself. Oh my God, Jeffrey Jones is an ATR. It's like I'm sitting there. I'm like, I'm trying to put my mind in his shoes. I would feel like weird. Like I feel like cringe. Like, bro, I'm just sitting here. But then I'm thinking the finesse in his head. He's probably got an editor and stuff. And it's like this motherfucker wake up, plays a game of Madden, and just narrates to himself what we do anyway. When we're in the crib, we're sitting there just talking shit.
Playing genius, bro.
I'm like, but I can't stand listening to it. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like, but I'm sitting there like, this is the fucking world we live in, and I'm over here struggling to get damn 700. Like,
bro,
I'm just
preaching,
pouring out my soul.
Yep. Preaching to the choir, man. I'm telling you, like that's what's crazy. That's what we've been talking about. Like, you literally, it doesn't have to be all. You don't have to fucking dress up to be the clown. You could, he like you said, he ain't playing different game. Well, I don't know, but if he is just playing Madden, he's waking up, he's playing what he likes, and he's saying, "Fuck it, watch me." And and listen, here's the crazy part. I guarantee that's why your son watching him. I guarantee that motherfucker probably got 2 million motherfuckers watching him a day.
Yeah, he's big. He's big.
It's so crazy, bro. You would think everybody would be able to do it.
Yeah.
But there's 50 motherfuckers who sits there and wake up and play Madden and does exactly what he's doing. And all 49 of them motherfuckers have maybe 5 people, maybe 2 people, maybe 1 person every now and then. Maybe one of them has like 20 people. But that motherfucker, he got 4,000.
Yeah.
Why?
And the crazy shit is,
it's just worked out.
He teams up with the other, this one dude. He goes around like to the practice fields of the players, and there's one cat. He teamed up. I guess he looks like Jeffrey Jones, so he goes around in a Jeffrey Jones jersey. I think that's his name for the Vikings, number 18. I don't give a fuck about the NFL these days, but
yeah, I don't know. I don't know none of them.
But he goes around impersonating this NFL player, but he's popular enough. Some kids come up to him and be like, "You're not Jeffrey. You're so and so. I can't think of his name." And I'm sitting there like, and he's like, "Damn!" Like they know who I am still. And it's wild, bro. Off of like
really wild
video games, narrating, but it's the editing. It's like it's that real And you know, a lot of these guys ain't even good looking, man. I mean, I'm sorry, you know, but like I'm a decent looking brother. I got a nice profile. A lot of these kids, they just sitting there, the frost tips or the little pale faces and stuff. They'd be ugly, man. They're not even built for the camera.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right, and but that just goes to show you, man. Like it's like you said before too. It's like people pay attention to what the fuck they want to pay attention to. I mean, whether it be you have good content, you have good equipment, or you just got a genuine nature to you, bro. There's a lot of people out there. I watch, especially on TikTok. When I'm on TikTok, I'm looking at people. And especially the girls, man. The girls get me pissed. I know we've definitely had this conversation a million times. The girls get me pissed because you already know, motherfuckers is going like, as soon as they see, even if you halfway decent, they gonna like the shit out of your pictures. They gonna gas you the fuck up. And not saying, listen, you're a beautiful girl, whatever, man. Like everybody got their shit. But at the end of the day, it's like, you get on these live things and these girls just sitting there, bro. Just sitting there, not doing shit. Looking in the camera, and then the guys coming there. Hey, beautiful, how's your day? And she's like, oh, I'm good, I'm okay. Hi, everybody. No personality, is bland as shit. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, then I get on, and I'm talking my shit, whether it be whatever wrestling, whatever the fuck I'm talking about. And I'm having a full conversation like I'm doing a show. I'm talking about interesting shit. Man, yesterday I went to the store. This fat lady came, she fell out of her car, and I laughed at her, and this guy came over, and I got a whole story going and shit. And I'm fucking talking for an hour and a half, nigga. And I got one person come in for maybe 5 minutes. Hey, I know you. Okay, hey, they're going, they're motherfucking going. Meanwhile, you turn over to the girl, she's just sitting there. Hey, oh yeah, hi, John. Hi, you're in Kansas, huh? That's cool. This bitch got 400 motherfuckers. And I'm like, yo. No personality. It's just, it sucks, man. It is what it is. And some people can just get by. Other motherfuckers try their hardest, and you got to get lucky.
I mean, okay, let's say this is just a thought in my head, and then the homeboy posted something, and I really replied. I said, bro, just me now, like. Say like a breakout role, or for me to get a podcast deal with like Twitch or something, I would do the dress I would dress up like a woman or something like that for about $500K right now, like that.
Bro,
like after before taxes and everything, right? Just like to get on, I'd probably come through maybe in a little wig or something, or do like a little skit, put it out there, man. Give me like a little $500,000, bro. Just a little. Just to get on. Now, is that bad?
Hell no. Let me tell you something. Shit, for less than 500,000.
Right.
And I know it's hard. It's hard because especially with the Cat Williams interview and shit. Everybody's, oh, you sucking dick if you did that. I mean, at the end of the day, you have to figure out what's best for you, and that's the end of that's at the end of the day. If people want to speculate, I'm not saying that third party perspective is meaningless. Because I'm not going to lie, it does mean something. Like, especially if you are getting into a field like we're saying, there are ramifications that can come from putting on that dress. And we can't ignore them because, you put on a dress and then, you maybe want a more serious take on what you're doing, but you did that just for the opportunity. Then you may be screwed in that situation. But if you're just like, listen, I'm on here to enjoy myself, entertain, and have fun. If Kai Cenat put on a dress right now, would people stop watching him? There might be a couple motherfuckers, but he'd still be popular as shit.
I bet he'd probably go up even more.
Probably go up even more because that's the thing that sucks, man. People are halting your own success with your pride, with your ego, right. and that's why motherfuckers don't be making it, because you more ready to tear a motherfucker down. And I'm not saying they don't know there's not insider shit that's going on, and there probably definitely is. But let me tell you something. I don't know nobody. But if somebody came to me and said, hey, man, I saw your podcast, and I got this character where I need a fat black mom, and she's got a beard, and you fit perfectly, and we'll pay you money you've never seen before. And I'd be like, okay, so what's kind of contract looking like? You know, how often do I have to do it, or what's it looking like?
Yeah.
Oh, this is it. Oh, and it looks good, and I'm in the place, and I look straight. And I'm like, yo, listen,
Yeah.
I'd love to do it. I'd promote the shit out of it, and I'd get fucking paid.
Yeah. The funny thing is, can you still hear me?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, you're good.
My headphones went out or something. But the funny thing is, I put out a couple clips on the Clips channel about a transgender that was in our comment section a couple years ago, and it was a real heated dialogue. We were standing on our ground. Like I don't still get down with that community, but from a comedic aspect, like in my head, I'm thinking of it could be old. It doesn't matter what the race is, but let's say a black lady, some of the drunk black old hag, old mammy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come in the bar and shit, give me a shot of Hennessy, nigga. You know, just like real, whatever, loose with it, and it was like funny. Absolutely, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then, because kind of what we do here is acting anyway. You know, it's like,
oh yeah,
there's a certain, at least for me, I know when I get in front of the camera, I'm a little more definitely aware, but
yeah,
I'm more how do you say it, flexible than just in my normal, I guess, state.
Yeah,
when there's no camera, I guess. You know.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, because you know, even like I pride myself on like the way I'm on camera is the way I am off camera. But like you're saying, when the camera's on, you definitely know it's on. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be the most of yourself at that point. You know, to do what you gotta do. You're representing the brand. You're putting yourself together. It's all subjective, man. It's all subjective. It's all about how you handle yourself. It's all about how you speak. And at the end of the day, people are going to see genuine shit. If you're a fake person, if you're a person who are willing to sell your soul, if you're a person who are willing to sell yourself, you know what I'm saying, just for any situation. If somebody came to me and asked me to do a man-on-man scene or some shit like that, then you get a lot different answer. So obviously I have boundaries, but I don't feel like my boundaries need to be made by other fucking people. Like if like you said, the perfect example, I've had this conversation before too, but the perfect example is like, you know, if I decided to, if Martin Lawrence came to me right now, one of my favorite actors in the fucking world, Martin Lawrence came to me and said, "Hey, Brian B, how you doing? I'm looking to make Big Mama 3, and I want you to be Big Mama's son or some shit." Would I do it? Fuck yeah. like what's listen, Harris, what's stupider, doing it and getting a crazy opportunity to work with somebody who is unbelievably established in the industry? You know, as long as there's not no weird shit, you know, involved, you can say, but what if he wants to do this? Okay, well then I won't do it, motherfucker. Like, but if the offer's legit and it's just like, nah, we want to put you in this movie, man, we think you good for this part, would you accept? Fuck yeah, I'll accept.
Yeah.
Am I stupider for doing it, getting a whole bunch of money, opening up brand new doors, doing all this new shit for me, establishing my bound? Hey, whoa, I know you saw me dress up as a woman, but I ain't doing all that crazy shit. I accepted that role and I'm thankful for it, but I'm not that person. If you need that, then I'll just go back to where I'm at. Thank you for the opportunity, and I'll explain that shit on my show tomorrow. Or having that great opportunity, look me in my face, be there for me, be something that could change my fucking life, and say no. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, you listening to people in third party perspective.
Yeah,
I don't give a fuck what nobody says. It is important. Yeah. It is important. The way people see you is important. But at the same time, if you're just living for how people see you, man, listen, good luck, bro. Motherfuckers changed more. They changed they opinions and shit more than they draws, bro.
Right? And usually, if it's people close to you, maybe like family or like, you know, like your homies and shit, they're gonna be, hey, oh man, oh, there you go, be like shit. Oh, you going over there to Martin again? All right, dog. All right. Yeah, cool, bro. All right, we'll see you, man. Hey, can I get on the show? You know, they get the energy.
Yeah, that's how it really is, man. You got the most mouth, talk all the shit about you, but at the end of the day, I've had to come with terms with that shit too, bro. Shit, Harris, man. Yeah, it's like, you know, there's been people that's came around, bro, and I've talked to different people, There's been people who wanted to collab. There's been people who wanted to do a whole bunch of shit, man. This one person wanted to start a whole group together and pay dues, kind of like a union. And it's a really good night, baby. And it's a really, really smart idea and everything like that or whatever. But it's just like, sometimes you either know too much and you're like, listen, I understand what you're trying to do. I see it. I've been there. I don't want to mess with that shit anymore. Or maybe you just want to take different, liberties for yourself. You're just not willing to invest that far with people. You know your mission, you know your journey, and you want it. But it's hard for people to accept that shit because people feel like, hey, if we do this together, we could get by. There's a lot of motherfuckers that think they got all the answers, man, and they know what they doing and they know how to do it. Just like you were talking about before, like we were talking about the guy at the bar. It all goes together, man. Everybody is too busy trying to teach everybody something, trying to tell you what you should be doing, what's wrong with you, bro. Why can't you see the opportunity that just opened up for me? Listen, I got a call from Martin Lawrence, my nigga. Martin from the March, yeah. He just want me. I played in Big Mama 3, 4, or 5, whatever that motherfucker on.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? I got fucking $20,000, man. I'm in a movie now. I got fucking IMDb credits.
Ooh, IMDb boy, that's what it is. Shit, bitch.
I'm saying
IMDb me. Maybe you got a SAG card. You know what I'm saying? So now you paying your Hollywood dues every year.
Yep, I met somebody from a Netflix show on there, and I told him I gave him my business card for the Bline, and he was like, "I'm gonna check you out. We actually got a movie coming up. We're actually looking for a podcaster spot. Oh shit, check me out. I got mad energy."
Well, and because Martin Lawrence, he got connects at K103.5 down in Jacksonville. I mean, you never know. You could land a radio host gig for whatever fucking $150,000 a year type.
I'm telling you,
there's so many.
Keep allowing motherfuckers to close your doors for you, bro. Keep allowing motherfuckers with their opinion.
Straight.
With their opinion. Keep allowing motherfuckers at their 9 to 5 punch the clock job to keep closing doors for you because Cat Williams got on the interview and talked some shit about probably some real shit. I'm not even dismissing Cat. He knows more shit than I know for sure. But at the end of the day, it's all about your decisions, bro. It's all about your decisions. Even he said that. It's just the motherfuckers who wanted to make the decisions, and whatever he knew is what he knew. But at the end of the day, it's all about your decisions. You can, sell yourself as much as you want to sell yourself, bro. We're all selling ourselves. You selling yourself to that fucking gas station you working at when you punch that clock and you determine that you're good enough to sell cigarettes to motherfuckers at 12 o'clock in the morning. I'm just being real, right?
I literally offered to sell myself and my body to like drunk customers at the bar. I'm like, yo, like I'll loosen up my tie. What do I gotta do to get more tips? Like, you want to see some titty, bro? You want to see some nipples?
Listen, man.
Yeah, girl, you want to go back?
I'm saying, the shit, girls and Hooters and shit do it. Shit, I say Hooters and shit, but realistically, there's a lot of girls who go ahead and go the extra mile and might tap you on the shoulder a little bit. Okay, sweetie, I'll be right back. They know what you're doing, playing with this shit. Just like I was talking about before with the girls on TikTok. This is what they do, Harris. They put on the tight shirt, they put on a tight t-shirt, little belly shirt, got the boobs all out and shit like that. And then they got the little shorts on, and they stand, and they got the phone in the back of them, and they stand at the sink, and they acting like they washing dishes. Ain't a dish in the sink. They standing there fucking 2 hours, nigga. You just looking at booty cheeks. And sometimes they turn around, you see a little titty, they check the phone. Oh, okay, turn back around. All day.
Facts.
Crazy, bro.
There's I don't know if you got it out there in the Georgia or whatever, but Twin Peaks, it's like a Hooters, but they just built one here in Reno, and they wear booty shorts, cut off. It's like a Hooters but better, I think.
Yeah.
Hooters 2.0. And but shit, I thought about I'll be a bar back in that motherfucker or a manager. But the manager would get you in trouble legally. I'll be a bar back just in that bitch, just whipping towels and just fucking escorting bitches.
Having fun.
Yeah. On the second note, did you see Cat Williams just did an interview with Theo Vaughn?
Yeah. I watched some of it, and Theo Vaughn's a funny dude, bro. I like him a lot. Mm-hmm. I think everybody has this this thought that if Cat Williams comes on your show, oh, you're gonna be Club Shay Shay. That I'm not saying Cat's not interesting, but what I am saying is that was definitely a one-off. It was perfect timing, it was perfect place.
Super.
I definitely don't believe that every single show that Cat goes on now he's gonna be a huge dynamic on a podcast circuit. 'Cause I'll be honest with you, I think that the one he did on Shay Shay, well, I know for a fact the one he did on Shay Shay was way more interesting than the one that he did on Joe Rogan, even though I think the stuff he talked about on Joe Rogan was way more engaging, in my opinion. Because he talked some real shit on Joe Rogan's show. I'm not saying he didn't talk real shit on Shay Shay, but the stuff he was talking about the pyramids and stuff like that, and just like the ancient people and stuff like that. I was engaged in that shit. That spoke to me differently. So
yeah, it was good. It's good to see all those dialogues. I really liked out of Donald Trump's run. I liked Theo and Donald's interview, man. It's like you're in there joking about cocaine with the president, bro, and just being you. Like Theo's dope as shit.
Yeah, Theo's cool as shit.
And the crazy thing is even before Theo, he might be doing his shit longer than me, obviously, comedy and everything. But before I got onto his podcast, that's how I see myself. It's just like wearing my heart on my sleeve, bro. Just like there's nothing damn near even probably criminalize myself just as far as drug use and shit in the past. That's nothing, but like just being that authentic,
Yeah.
But he just finds a way to be hella funny about it.
Yeah. He does seem like a genuine dude. He does seem like he does try to be comedic a lot, but he's funny. I think that's just his personality. Yeah. Like I like Theo Von a lot. I mean, all I do all day, bro, is listen to comedy, man. I'm walking around. I have Pandora on, and for the last year, I haven't changed the station from Joey Diaz. I'm on Joey Diaz's station. I fucking love Joey. Joey Diaz is one of them dudes. He's from Jersey like me.
Yep.
And he just says it like it is. He don't give a fuck. He ain't trying to be politically correct, and he'll tell you, I don't give a fuck.
That's one of my guys, bro. I had a chance to see Joey Diaz live a couple years ago. But check it out, Jack. It's like, when I was sick, bro, off my come down shit, New Year's Day, bro, I'm fucked up. And I got to go work a 16-hour shift, bro. And I just gotten off the night before. And I'm like, but I'm going to get this money. It's New Year's Eve, man. And I literally, I got Joey's voice in my head. But because one of his rants, I'm smoking. I always smoke. I got my little drink, whatever. But it's like, wake up, cocksucker. Today's New Year's Eve. Grab the world by the balls. You're fucking. I just have his. And it's like
his motivational speeches and shit. I got 40 of them shits on my phone, yo.
Hit your fucking pre-roll, grab your nuts, It's like,
what you doing today? What you gonna do? You're gonna go see the fucking job. Yeah, you're gonna go to the job. You're gonna hate the fucking boss. But what are you gonna do? You need the money, cocksucker. You got bills to pay. You know what you're doing. And he goes off, and every bit of it is exactly what you don't even know you need to hear it, but it's exactly what you need to hear. I mean, it's as direct as you could possibly get. And it is just like he says, I'm Uncle Joey, cocksucker. You smoke you a fat blunt, sit on that toilet, take your shit, and then get in that shower and get to work. Yep. And you saying like, all right, Uncle Joey, you're right. Yep. And you need motherfucker, bro. I mean, I know that there's people that needs that delicate touch. I know there's people that needs that. Like I was telling you earlier, like. I'm the type of motherfucker, like, I know I'm always the helpful motherfucker. I'm a helpful motherfucker. I will help you, especially if I'll drive an hour. It'll help you. But if you play with me while I drive that hour, I'm the petty motherfucker that I'll drive that hour and see you there. Oh, you good? You shouldn't have fucking played with me. And turn around and drive. Turn around, draw the fuck back, leave it in. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you need that tough love, that hard fucking exterior. You need that shit. Some people need that shit. A lot, man. I feel like when somebody's being too soft with me, when somebody's being too
I like it.
giving me too many options. Oh, well, are you sure you can't go to work today? I'm like, nah, bro, that ain't gonna work. You have to tell me what, because if I'm like, man, fuck this job, I ain't going to this shit. I'm tired of this bullshit. And you gonna come over with some, well, maybe you can you afford to stay? Don't play with me. I just told you I'm done. You gotta come direct. Get up, cocksucker. You think you're tired until you need that check tomorrow. And you're like, fuck yeah, you're right.
What else?
That
Yeah,
real shit.
yeah. No, I'm that way even in sports, man. I responded best to the coaches. Harris, move your fat ass. Let's go. Get on the line. Da-da-da. It's like,
Yeah.
you stupid. I just, and it's like, I respond to that. I like criticism, honestly.
I like being told confidently what to do, because if I feel like I'm getting, guided by somebody who can't fucking guide, then I don't even want to deal with you. I don't even want to fucking deal with you. I think that also comes with, like natural born leaders, man. And like you said before, like God in your own head and shit. Like I know that my entire life, I have been a fucking lead. I've never been a follower, and I mean any fucking way that I can possibly think of. I was the oldest growing up. I was the oldest out of my clique pretty much growing up. Until I got to my other boys when I got older and shit. But I was never a follower, but everything that I did was what the fuck I wanted to do. I wore some shoes, all them shits, man. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I love this shit. Let's go with my shirt. I'm good. Nah, B, what you doing over there, man? Fuck that, nigga. Fuck y'all. I'm good right here. And then let motherfuckers come watch me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just always been my mentality, my personality, honestly. But it's like, even with all of that, like, I can't play with people who are, not confident in themselves, like who can't find themselves. And I don't take you seriously. Like, I just don't feel like you can really help me, even though there's, anybody can teach you something. But it's like, I just don't take that shit seriously. Like, I have to have a strong person in front of me directing traffic, yo. Otherwise, I'm gonna be like, man, fuck you, get out the way. I'll direct this motherfucker, and that's how I'll roll.
Yes. That's kind of like how I like my women, bro. I don't like them too submissive, but I like them just submissive. But I do like my Latinas and black girls because they're fucking so stubborn, and they'll check your ass. Like, they'll check your ass if you ain't really on your shit. And I kind of need that, because if I just have a little prissy kind of like white girl, it's like, oh, nah, bitch, like we're both gonna fucking go under, because I gotta have, you're gonna threaten me with that pussy or something, or just just tell me I ain't shit. Like, ooh, like what? Like, for real, baby? Like, you playing? Like, and you be wondering, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, man. You need that strength on the other side, bro. You can't just have that weakness, that soft shit, bro. It's necessary. It's necessary for you to grow. You know how bored and stagnated you'd get if you was just around people all the time that was just always trying to find the good enough method and shit. Like, oh, this is good. Like even like I said, I always try to like point out my faults and shit when I'm saying something, so it can't be backtracked. But like I was saying before, like just wanting to quit. Fuck it, man. I'm done. I'm done with this shit. But then it's like you say to yourself, nah, fuck this. I ain't done. Fuck that. Maybe I was done. I was done for that hour yesterday, and I really thought I can maintain it. But then 2 days later, I'm like, man, fuck that, man. I ain't done. That's my shit. You look around, you're like, man, I built all this shit, man. Fuck y'all. I'm fucking. That's that Uncle Joey shit.
Yeah.
I'm back, motherfucking cocksucker. That's the Uncle Joey shit, because you need that strength to pull you back when you're, if you don't have it, then your woman should have it. Your wife should have it. Otherwise, both of you motherfuckers just going to be crying together, holding each other, and be in the same fucking place in the rain that you always been.
Hey, Lee, cocksucker, you're gonna eat that shit, Lee. On that fucking Subway. It's even when it comes to like food and stuff. So I'll be having we went into this. So Patrice O'Neal's another one. I listened to
boy, bro.
Like his philosophy nowadays. Corey Holcomb's my guy.
He's real. Yo, Godfrey, bro. I've been watching Godfrey for fucking years. When I tell you, like, I never knew he was as intellectual as he is. He's a really smart motherfucker, man.
Amazing, bro.
Really smart dude.
I learned more. He actually be dropping the facts, like what books to read. And I learned so much about Black history. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, he like belittle. God damn, I'm just like, yo, I wish I could put Godfrey on when I having certain talks with white people when I'm trying to kind of defend my Black side, but it's like
Yeah.
I don't know all the things I need to know, and then it's like, but I'd be like, yo, I wish I could just put this bitch on Godfrey, bro. You know, it's just
Yeah. Yeah. And I also like his dynamic, like you were just saying right now, because he has an intelligence with him. And the one thing, especially when I'm getting to like, racial conversations, I try really hard not just to play the race card, man. Not just to always fucking have to provide that included into every aspect. Now, even though I'm saying that, I'm not trying to not acknowledge that most of the time it is, relevant in almost everything that fucking happens, bro. If you got a white person, you got a black person, I don't give a fuck how much y'all see, I don't see color, this and that, or whatever. It's still there. You might not see it, motherfucker, but he's black and you're white. It's a difference that you should acknowledge a little bit. But I'm just saying, like, it's not for every situation, it's not the main focus. And that's why I don't like to get too engaged with people who, as soon as you say something, immediately the first fucking sentence out their mouth is, oh, well, you know how black people are. Oh, well, they're white, so they can't understand where we come from. And you start talking that shit immediately. I don't know how far I can take a conversation with you, because already you've told me that you're one track fucking minded. We already established that it's difference, it's change, but you're telling me the only thing you're going to acknowledge is that, just that. You don't want to give it a chance. You don't want to talk to this man, see if there's anything you can learn from him. Maybe you have had bad experiences with people who don't take our culture seriously. Maybe this motherfucker, he's done nothing but study our culture because he likes the difference. He likes the diversity. He wants to learn more about it. Maybe he's building a black person in his fucking basement. Who knows? But you'll never know anything because you're instantly dismissing the difference as soon as you approach it. And that's why I like Godfrey, because he doesn't seem like he doesn't enter with that argument. He builds around it, and he touches on it when he needs to.
yeah.
And I respect comedians, bro. I've always said comedians are some of the fucking smartest people, who are basically giving you so much information in a humorous state, and you're learning so much laughing. You're learning so much easily. Like, just like singing a song, you learn the ABCs. Humorously, you're learning like fundamentals of life that you can get in a lot more, depressing ways. But when it's talked to you in a joke, my girl left me yesterday. She took everything. She took my fucking sneakers, the shoelaces. And you're like, damn, this bitch took the shoelaces. Damn, nigga. She took the ice trays. And then it's like, you're laughing about it. The guys on stage, man, I knew that bitch. I know I should have hid my shoes. And then everybody, yeah, you should have hid your shoes. But at the end of the day, he's expressing some shit that probably really happened to him.
Yeah.
And you're thinking like, damn, my girl took my fucking shoelaces too. Damn, she's crazy, bro. I gotta get man. These people relate. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's just get delivered in such a fucking intelligent way, man.
Absolutely.
I love comedy, man.
Yeah. Those guys right there. That's why we're kind of that we be good at this shit too, man. Because those are like the leaders right now. I think really, there's so many of them, but
yeah, there's a lot. There's definitely a lot. You got Shane what the fuck is his last name? Shane Gills. I don't know if you heard him, bro. Listen, Shane Gills is funny as shit. He's a white boy. He's at a show on Netflix. It's called Tires. He rocks with the whole Joe Rogan, little crew they got. Him, Ari Shaffir, Mark Norman. And he's funny as shit, bro. He's like one of them just real basic white dudes, but he'll just say some outlandish shit and it'll just be real basic but real funny. He's another one. He's on Kill Tony a lot. There's a lot of funny ass motherfuckers. Even though Tony Hinchcliffe pissed me off, when he got up at that Trump rally and started talking all that, shit with about Puerto Rico and stuff like that. It was just tasteless humor, and I think he did it in the wrong place. And it's one thing to joke, it's one thing to make a joke, but it's also another thing to just be fucking blatantly disrespectful. and I think that was tasteless. That was super fucking tasteless. So I still got my boundaries, you know what I'm saying? See, I don't just like every fucking like, you know, I still know where to draw the line a little bit, because sometimes motherfuckers can think they being funny, but yeah, you might want to tone it down a little bit, motherfucker, because you definitely disrespecting the whole, you know, land of people, and you might want to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I think it would have been better. You know, see, that's a joke maybe suited for like a dark, a black guy, or you know, or a Puerto Rican of some sort.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
maybe George Lopez or Carlos Mencia could have got that off, or you know, one of these guys. I don't know. Cat Williams could have pulled that off. Puerto Rico's a trash can. You know, you can't. You know, I mean, I
In
would.
a comedy venue, I would say, but to fucking be, you know, already up on a presidential election and drop a joke like that, like, come on, bro, you gotta, you're not brand new to this fucking circuit, nigga. You've been on plenty of Joe Rogan's podcasts. You've been around the block a couple of times. You got your own show and shit. There's no way you just felt that you can deliver that kind of humor, and you thought that you can ride the, well, I'm a comedian. Yeah, but you can't use that as just a fucking weapon in every circumstance you're in. You got to have some intelligence with your shit too. You know what I'm saying? Or you can't be a fucking MMA fighter and go around the corner and just start fucking backgrounding, roundhouse kicking people in the head and shit. Well, I'm a fighter.
Right.
You still got to fucking practice restraint, nigga. Like,
Yeah,
you know, it is what it is.
absolutely.
Yeah, man. But Harris, bro, listen, man, we've been fucking chopping it up, man. I didn't see what I'm saying. I wasn't even gonna do a show tonight, man. I was like, listen, and then I thought I was gonna do a completely different show, and then Harris hit us up in the comments, and look at this awesome fucking conversation, man. Like, 2 hours. 2 hours hitting, bro. How does it feel to be back, man? Are you back for good? Like, you making new content and shit?
Well, you know, right as of right now, I have some stuff. I've been doing pre-recorded shows, like solo shows. I've been recording rants, so I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to edit that and post those videos.
Yeah,
But
I've been sharing your shit. Every time I see your shit, I'm sharing it in the Bline group.
I appreciate that. I had to make a new Facebook. I made all new socials because I'm fucking Facebook jail, bullshit censored, you know. So I make a new one. But as far as it goes, I'm on Thursdays every week, and if I'm inconsistent, goddamn, I don't know. We're gonna try to get back on our shit, just so for a business sense, like it's like people depend on the product, you want it there. But yeah, I'm back, baby. You know what I'm saying? And even if it's small, if it's like 30 minutes, an hour, I'm gonna reach out to a few people. I kind of want to go on the route of just every week I meet at least one or two very interesting people.
Yeah.
They might be annoying. They might be so many things, but I'm like, yo, you want to come on the show? I've yet to land these regular people because in the bar, they're like all for it, but I kind of want to go that direction, maybe.
Yeah. That shit is hard. That shit is hard, especially people who aren't used to getting behind a microphone, man. A lot of times, motherfuckers don't know how to do this, bro. Like we were talking earlier, it's like, everything is all good and, yeah, we'll get together. You know what I'm saying? But then it's like, just like you're saying, it's like, people have that to when it comes time, like even us, like we're saying, like, damn, I didn't even want to do a fucking show tonight, but you got up and did it because that's your that's your job, that's your thing. But when it's somebody else, it's hard to keep an appointment with a motherfucker, man. Especially if it ain't benefiting, they ain't getting paid. Yeah, people a lot of times are trying to dip off and not stay true to their commitment. But I'm glad to see you back, bro. Definitely will be jumping on the How to Pub because like I said, that's the vibe, man. You do Thursdays. Thursdays is pretty much going to be a 3-show day when I come on yours, man.
We getting ready.
We got of course Beyond 11:30 guys with Dre on Wheels. Beyond 11:30 is coming back next month. I think next week we're gonna be back on Beyond 11:30. Dre will have his show. I believe it's at 7 or 8. 7 or 8, and then I'll be on with them, and then right after that will be the Bline Ent. We'll be back next week as well with more content. We'll have a whole show for you next week. And yeah, man, Harris, was good fucking talking with you, bro. Like I think we had a really good conversation. I'm gonna clip a lot of this and put it on social media.
That's good. It's good, man. Thanks for having me on. Getting my oil, get my joints lubricated. I'm getting ready to go in on my show and everything. And but I appreciate the love, bro, and everything, the consistency that you do, man.
Definitely, bro. I appreciate it, man. Really, really. There it is. Ain't heard that in a minute. All right. Actually, I did hear it. I was watching you and Ray the other day when y'all was on. But Beeline, listen, I love you guys, man. If you haven't already, please go ahead and head on over to YouTube and go ahead and like and share and subscribe and continue because we still growing over here. You know what I'm saying? We definitely got people to see, people who want to see us. We're gonna be back next week, like I said. Until next time, stay true, stay positive, pay attention, and check out Harris's show next on YouTube. He's gonna be on talking some shit. Definitely interesting conversation, y'all. He's doing the Elon Musk shit.
I give you my heart, guys. I give you my heart. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all crazy, bro. All right, y'all. Peace out, man.
Let's go. Yo. All right, we up on our shit now. What's going on with this board here? I gotta make a couple of adjustments. All right. I can't hear myself in the mic. I don't like this. We up on our shit now. But we good. What's going on with this board here? I gotta make a couple of adjustments.
Purchase your tracks today.
Interesting. All right. Yo, thanks for tapping in, though. Harris to Drink It Again, episode 123. Interesting. All right. Let me make sure. Plug these headphones. Plug it back in. We might have to switch up mics here. Hold on. I gotta be hearing myself. I gotta be hearing myself. Tap. Previously used audio. See if that works. Yo. Interesting. Okay. Get this board working, get some music cracking. Thursday night in the pub. Oh, there we go. I can hear it now. All right. Now it's the music. If y'all are anybody in the chat or anybody watching, I'm not sure. I'm over here on Podbean. We just came off Bline's show, Bline Entertainment. Go check out his channel. Give him a subscribe. You know, like he said, he always puts out good content. Local creators, man. We just trying to do the damn thing. Eat some chicken wings. All right. Let me take my shit off Zoom. Test. Audio output. One thing about missing on the inconsistency is thing once you get them right, you got to keep them there. if you need to take a piss or anything, this is the moment. I'm going to send out some links. You know, I decided to go live while I was doing Bline's channel. For one, just to give me some traction, you know, give me some things over here to do, and also keep y'all entertained. This is episode 123 of the
Harry's drinking again.
audio. Okay, this should be. For some reason, the music. But we'll play it off the phone here. Brother Ray G, I see you called. Brother Ray G probably won't be up in the building tonight. Gonna send a link out to Jonathan, this gentleman Harold, you know, who he's more than welcome to come on. We tried to get him on last week, but you know, we'll send it out to Chino Daigo and just kind of go over a couple things. I do want to talk about the helicopter crash. I don't know too much about it, but I just want to give a little tidbit. We could just talk about that right now, actually, while I look for some nice music here. How the hell, first of all, I mean, how do you crash right over an airport anyway, like a military helicopter and some other shit? That's weird. We might watch a little news segment on that. Let me go ahead and pull up this right now. Let's go ahead and type in helicopter crash. Okay, we're gonna watch a little news segment. Should be fair use. Okay. Let's go ahead and share the screen while I get everything situated and whatnot. Add guest. Copy link. I'm gonna go ahead and email. Okay. Let's see, Jonathan. I'm gonna get the link. DJ Steady still gonna get the link. Hamster Garcia, Daigo. Monsters Gas ain't never coming on, but he got the link. A couple other cats. I'm gonna call this other cat right now too. What's his name? Gulzar. I'm gonna hit up Gulzar. Click the message. All right, links are in. Let's go ahead and watch a little news segment while we get cracked. Oh, hell no. Where's the good stuff? Where's the good? We're going to find that. All right. Let's see. Don't be scared. Come on. Don't be scared now. Share this screen. Watch a couple of clips here and see what the hell is going on. Let's go. No survivors. All right, let's do another ad. Let's go. My bad, bitches. Those are. I don't know. Time to roll something up.
Calls with helicopters at this airport. I know there's been 2 occasions where passenger planes had to take evasive measures. So this has obviously not happened before. They've been near misses, though, is the point, because of there being so many aircraft in this area.
The airport is essentially pushed to the limit here. It is bursting at the seams here at Reagan National Airport. And something that will no doubt become a part of this conversation is the fact that Congress, in its FAA reauthorization bill that passed last spring, authorized more flights to come in and out of Reagan National Airport. And that's so simple. Aviation system that is
This
very much
itself was a new flight. I mean,
Yeah,
a relatively new flight.
This is something that so many people, I think, are going to ask about now. And the other thing that's becoming a part of the conversation, and I'm just in a group chat with some of my buddies who are airline pilots, is they fly in and out of DCA all the time. And they know about this helicopter route, this special corridor called Route 4, right on the eastern shore of the Potomac here on the southeast DC side. But it's very, very close. And it can be very perilously close to
Are they
final
nervous?
approach.
I mean, I don't mean to be scared, but they're nervous.
No, I mean, they know that they've been nervous before, and pilots get the switch up from controllers occasionally to land on runway 33, the auxiliary runway that's used here occasionally for smaller regional jets, and they know that's pretty close, and so it's in the back of their mind, and they have it now at top of mind.
Yo, we up in here. Can you even hear? We gotta make sure you can hear this, y'all. They cannot. All right, so we gotta play it off. Damn, we're gonna have to play it off the phone. How come the Bluetooth be connected to the phone, and for some reason it just still doesn't want to play off of a shout out Raven Star up on Podbean. Yes, salute. Thank you for tapping in. One of the followers on Podbean. Download the Podbean app today. It is a pretty cool place where you can listen to hundreds and thousands of independent podcasts, as well as large and small ones of different genres. Check out Podbean today. I feel like this mic hasn't been used for a minute. We got a different sound up in the pub, and I don't like it. We're gonna figure it out. Let me let's get some beats going here on the possibly go to YouTube, copyright free zone. DJ Academics. Oh, get off social media. Go to rehab. Is his star telling him to do that? I said, damn. Yeah, he probably does need to go. Academics is the alcohol for real. Like, I'm Harris drinking again. I really don't drink that heavily. I know it sounds crazy, but I am an alcoholic. I consider myself that. But yo, he be on some other shit. Copyright free. Let me get some beats in here. The show is not the same with no beats, y'all. Like, period. Point blank, period. So we need some beats. Playlist. Where's the hip hop? Where's the hip hop YouTube playlist? Vibe tracks. Blues, jazz, dark music. What is this dark music? Funky music. Let's go to funky music. Soundboard working? I'm going to call Bizarre. Phone's doing that sissy shit again. Try one more time. Gulzar in the place to be. I'm going to send him the link. Let motherfuckers know what we do over here at the Hyder Pub. Keep it cracking. Uh, dipping and rolling. We dipping and smoking. Dipping and rolling. Dipping and smoking. That's right, Raven Star. Thank you very much. Yeah, show's just kind of whatever, man. You know, I'm not too prepared. I'm trying to get a couple people on. Been lacking. What is this? 151 people? What the fuck is this? Ain't no way there's 150 people watching. Shit. Hold the fuck on. Talk Studio glitching again. Ain't no damn way there's 151 people up in this motherfucker. I was like that one time. It told me some shit like I had like 1,000 views, but then I was going to everybody's channel and it was saying like 1,000. I was like, and then no way anybody got 1,000. That'd be tight though. One day. But salute. Either way, thank you for tapping in. Look, I do have a couple things to say. I got a couple things to say. And whether John or anybody comes on tonight, you know, started this thing about 3 years ago, right? January 6, 2022 was the official start date of the channel. Okay. Hold on, before I go too deep, let me make sure this music's working. Can y'all hear? If anybody is in the chat, type something, you know, shit, give me an FU emoji, something. Cannot hear the music, so the music is not playing either way. That's terrible. Come on. How does this music get played? We're gonna have to go. Nah, we gotta have music in the pub, y'all. I'm sorry. This show's not the show till I get the music on. That's my fault. We just here to make clip up material anyway. I had a few things that was weighing on my chest this week. And I'm gonna just probably say that and play some beats and then get out of here. You know. But we have to get music signed. We gotta get music, man. Music all fucking day. It's gonna make me do all this bullshit. No, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do all this. I got some beats in my iTunes. I'm just gonna type in it won't even let me play off. Oh, come on. I'm gonna upload the soundboard with more beats. You dig? Nah, ain't the one. Ain't the one. All right, we'll have to go about this a whole nother direction. Where's the website? Sign in. Ain't that a bitch? We'll sign in with Facebook and shit. into the characters you see. Oh gosh. 4 Y E. I hope you don't got a capital. Use capital letters if you see them. E J K B. Too much condensation on the mic. Need to take it. Oh, it's gonna be fucking around. You kidding me? Oh, let me play my beats, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Harry Too Scary, Twitch TV. Damn, bro, I'll sign in with Twitch. I don't want to fucking finish creating an account. Oh, God. Sorry, yo. Harris Har. Yeah. Okay, I don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Fuck the email. Oh, this is terrible. Soundboard, here we go. Yo, here we go. How come the soundboard isn't coming through on the show either? That's not good. I'm about damn ready to close this. Maybe I should just do that. You know, I'm gonna. I want to say last week. You know, I had Brother Ray on. He's my brother. I love him. But I felt, and it could be because I'm a legend in my mind, but there was a moment there where, because his platform is totally different from mine, I felt like there was a belittling of my platform, perhaps, or just the patrons of the pub. Sinners and saints welcome, you know? And that's a thumbnail I didn't get a chance to upload yet, but it's like Harris is drinking again. We go in. We talk about everything from the conspiracies, a little bit of politics. We can touch on spirituality, religion, whatever. But it's a general place where it's loose, it's casual, but you can get off your feelings, your chest. Possibly a support group if you're going through things. If you're dealing with alcoholism and stuff, we could talk about it. You know, I don't just sit here and glorify like drinking and everything. And my wonderful son even told me today, because he was getting a haircut and there's a bar right next door. And I went and got a little shot of Jameson Stout because I really like Jameson Stout. And he was like, "You went to the bar?" He's like, "You know," I'm like, "Yes, I did, buddy." He's like, "I just don't want you to get liver cancer," right? It was so cute, man. But he like really wants me to be there. And so as I drink this shooter, I'm very healthy. Thank goodness, bless the Lord. I want to be there in the long term. So this is like a place where I want people that are not perfect to feel welcomed. If you're sitting there dealing with whatever you're dealing with, I want my truths that I speak to resonate to listeners in some form or fashion, to where they come back and be like, you know what, let me check out this dude's show again. Yeah, I kind of like his perspective or something. You know, I like this environment or whatever, this kind of tone that I set. And so maybe not even apologize or whatever, but I'm going to be doing probably just like solo shows on Thursday from now. And I'm going to figure out a different format. I have to work on my preparation and be a lot more prepared. But I just wanted to really say that I appreciate everybody that has tapped in, everybody that has listened. John says he's still waiting on the email. But the message could not be moved. See, I can't even send emails no more. What is going on? If we get John on, we'll stay a tad, perhaps a tad longer. I don't know what this number is in the building, but I'll take it. I see we got 8 listeners on Podbean. That's 4 likes, so thank you guys. John, let's see if we can email John. I don't like the fact that you cannot hear the music. Nobody's see, that's how you know this number's false, because no comments, not one comment. My mom ain't listening, my girl, nobody literally just like put a something, some hate speech, something. Call me name. That's crazy, bro. So I need to figure out a way to get people to engage with the show more. I post a lot. It's a lot of me, and stuff that I'm doing, the conversations we're having on the channel, but I need more engagement in general with people. So if you like the show and you just want to listen, I mean, kudos to you. But damn, I would like some more engagement, please. Entertain me. I want to be entertained too. Okay? All right. I don't know why we cannot get the music through to the show. This is very odd. And I gotta find my old accounts, apparently. I got one beat. What the hell? My iTunes isn't pulling up. It's just stuff that we gotta work on, man. Is this playing? Everything is plugged in. I don't understand why I cannot get music on my damn channel. I don't like that shit. Ain't no point in me jamming out to it if the message. Yo, what it be? Flying free, high as can be. Look at ye. Okay. I know you don't say. All right, John, you got the email now, I believe. We'll get you on for a few minutes. Here we go. I said, here we go. Oh. All right, hold on. This has got to be working. Tell me we got audio. Understand why I cannot audio. Understand why I cannot audio. Understand why I cannot Terrible. I don't like this bullshit anymore. I think YouTube put like maybe a blocker on music because it's done this before. Everything I'm all connected up, so I don't know why I cannot just play like music. It's kind of disappointing. But even my soundboard is not playing. Yes, is this correct? It's not playing. Yes, is this correct? It's not playing. Yes, is this correct? It's not playing. Yes. Interesting. All right, we got John up in the building. The show goes on. TNR 123 up in the place to be, and we're gonna bring him on. Let him know. John, how you doing, brother?
What's up? What's up?
I would have gave you a better intro, but I don't know. I don't think my sounds like they cannot hear it for whatever reason. I can hear it perfectly, but
It's all good, brother. It's all good.
there's no. Well, it's not though, because this is when I started my show. Is I'm very keen on this stuff. This is what makes it different and exciting. Is the soundboard and the different elements, and I don't know what's going on. It's like things just aren't the same, man. I gotta figure out. I gotta take a couple hours and figure out what the hell's going on.
At least you worked up to have some good equipment, man. Like, I mean, that ain't easy. Just procuring the right equipment and all.
That's true. Shout out to cryptocurrency for that. That was a lot of it. I've made like about $3,000 off that Dogecoin in like 3 days. I cashed that shit out. I said, I'm gonna go buy me some equipment. Fuck it.
Right.
And a little bit off the Shiba Inu back in the 2022 or whatever. Yeah, it was a good time, man. Anyway, how's your night going, brother?
Pretty good, I had just been spending all day with my daughter. I had her the last couple of days and all. Since it's my days off and all. So she's just sleeping. I got her to sleep a little bit ago. And, just unwinding, chilling. Got my little situation over here at my family's house. So.
Hell yeah, that's always a good time, man, with the kids and stuff. Can you hear music? Can you hear music?
I was earlier when I first got popped in on this feed. Like I was hearing a little bit of it, a little. What's the word? Kind of faded, but a little damped out. But
oh well. But yeah, it's tight, man. My day off too, so just chilling. Started going live because I did someone else's podcast like earlier, so I was just started going live on my channel. And you're probably the only guest, gonna come on. I don't know. I was thinking about ending it here. I was like, we'll continue. I'm a little tired today, you know. Uh, I'm trying to get the mojo back for the show, but I lost a bit of luster, I must be honest. And so I'm just trying to fight through that goddamn consistency.
I hear that. I appreciate you, you know, and sending me the link and all to come in, join the show. So
I appreciate you.
I almost didn't even realize it was Thursday. I was like, you know what? I was like, I seen your text, and I was like, oh shit, that's right. And I was like, all right.
You're the most
It's like,
consistent guy in the last 3 weeks. So thanks for wanting to be on, bro, and just shooting the shit. What do you want to talk about tonight, man? Open forum. You know, we can talk about things that are maybe ailing us, problems, or we can.
yeah, man, I don't know. Like, I honestly was just thinking something too, because I was like, I know you were mentioning some stuff about the president, you know, the last time around, and what I was thinking about that. And, you know, I don't know. Like, it seems like, you know, as twisted as it is for some to believe, like, you know, I think, you know, maybe if he really does intend to do some good, he might see some good, you know. But another thought was a kind of occurring where it's like, you know, how much news is out there, and how we accredit it, you know, to some extent. Because, like, again, I was watching just YouTube random shit earlier this morning, you know, hella early, you know, when I think it was closer to around 2:30 or so this morning, when I heard it. I seen that clip about the whole jet crashing into like a, you know, Black Hawk helicopter or some shit right there at the airport on the Potomac or some shit. So it's like, when you think about how quick this shit as a tool really is, like, you know, it's very nice to know that, you know, you can get views and shit, but it's like, sometimes, you know, you wonder with certain clips and shit you be seeing, you know, how do we all go about considering shit like that? How far does it get accredited? You know, a lot of times people for the last, several years been worried about is shit like fake news and things like that, right? I mean, you can kind of see why things can be mimicked, but
Yeah, like
I don't know.
what if, like, hearts go out to the people that lost their lives if it's real? But what
Right.
if, like, because there's these videos now that are coming across the YouTube feed, and they're AI, but they look like real.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you gotta go to the comments to find out if it's real. I wouldn't be surprised if they're just saying these things. Some, not all. But they could say something happened. You can see video of it, but it's not even a real event.
Yeah, it just makes you wonder, like, how far does this shit carry? And then you go, okay, well, okay, if that shit, you know. Funny, we ain't heard much about the fires going on as much. Like, I don't even know. Do you know if them fires next door was still kicking up a shit ton? Because, like, you kind of hear these mixed messages with the whole feed as it's going on that.
I just know it hasn't burned enough because California is still our neighbor.
Yeah, you killing me, dog.
Too soon?
You
Too
killing
soon?
me.
I'm sorry.
You killing me, dude.
My bad. Yeah, too soon. Sorry for your rich fucks that lost your houses, okay? I'm sorry. You gotta fucking get another one. It's nothing.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
They'll be all right. Especially the rich folks. They'll be all right, bro.
Well, do you ever wonder how these fires actually get started, like in these areas? Like, look at how we had the 3 fires nearby, you know, year round. It seems like there's more almost focus on this, like how fires get started, and the fact that, you know, with fires, you can't really know for sure. Like, yeah, they have ways of investigating sites after the fact, but it's like, it's kind of trippy that what if they are really more calculated, and like, what if somebody's really, you know, Joe somebody, the shit starter out there running around, you know, like, who knows what the fuck, you know, and just,
I believe these big
people
ones,
be trippy, man.
These big ones, I believe they're 100% man-made, bro. You can't. They're absolutely man-made. They're too calculated with the news. It's like right after the New Year, fires, helicopter crash. I believe that all these headlines are literally.
It's got to be planned shit, right? It's got to be.
planned, staged, sequenced.
The
Like,
fact
if
that,
not,
like, the president was saying he's trying to get ready for World War III, basically. It's like, what would that mean if everyone really has to jump in on some shit, though? Like, what if they pulled a whole nother draft? They've never done a draft in, like, how long? They could
hey,
just randomly pull a fucking letter and be like, okay, everyone, the last name, whatever. You gotta
hey,
go.
hey, real shit. I would go, bro. If I wasn't too old this time, I didn't want to go to the military when I was younger. I would fucking, it would suck. Like, say if my son got drafted in like 10 years, I don't care if I was almost 50, I'd be like, yo, only
You
way
gotta
he's
go
going,
too. Is if
I'm
you
going.
go too. Yeah.
But if the shit happened in the next 2 or 3 years, yeah, let's go. I would do that, bro.
Right.
I would do that. I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, it's fucked up.
I've
But
always thought, what if it ain't a choice, though, bro? What if it ain't a choice? Like, that's some scary shit, too. Because if they could just straight up, like, proceed and be like, nope, because you're a citizen and you have to go. Like, I mean,
then you have to probably go.
especially if they're trying to end that birthright citizenship, too. Like, if that means that you have to prove it more, like, that is exactly how they would, the next step, what they would do, you know?
And if not, you go sit in jail or something, lose your license.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Probably jail, man. Like, that'd be for real. Like, and that's already overpacked as shit, man. How can they just keep sending?
I ain't sitting in no cell, man. Give me a fucking gun. Let me go train.
I mean, shit, I'll do what I gotta do, but I'm like, shit.
Let me get some oxygen.
God damn.
Let me go bang some fucking foreign girls.
Damn.
Jerk off to you know, my girl's panties that she fucking I'm gonna take with me overseas because I'm not gonna probably see her again. You know,
killing me, man.
Yeah, I'd be down. And plus, I could use the boot camp. You know, get in really good shape. And I got some aggression, man. If I can get like a fucking free kill in the name of America, fuck it, bro. Let me pop one of the motherfuckers' head or just like do some like physical combat.
Like, I feel you. I could probably get lost in the shit too, but that's what I'm saying is like when you realize how little of a choice you really have. Like, okay, let me put it like this: the last thing I'd want to have to face is why I'm in this shit show of a fucking moment, wherever it ends up being. Somehow, something going on where you look around at everything like, okay, who's got my back, and you realize how fucking just uncoordinated and just discordant everything is, where it's like to the point where, you know, you understand where people were coming from when they said food bar, you know what I'm saying? Fucked up beyond all recognition. You know, you understand why, you know, things are just not ideal, you know.
Fucked up, y'all. That was a crazy website. Actually, we should go to Food Bar right now, but probably get kicked off.
I don't know about that part, but I'm just saying that's an old term, you know. I mean, my grandpa served, you know.
You ever been to foodbar.com? Have you ever been to foodbar.com? Oh, fuck.
No.
I'm going to type that in, bro, because I haven't been there for years, bro. Foodbar.com. I guarantee it's still a thing. Let's check it out. Oh, my God. It's like the worst of the worst, bro. Oh, you got to sign up and shit. Okay. Oh, they changed it. Never mind. That's probably a good thing. Have you ever been to zootube.com?
I don't think so, no.
Or Zoo 365?
Nope. I don't even know what these are, man. You got me on that one.
It's a bestiality porn site.
Oh, Jesus. I wouldn't know nothing about that.
Yo, I seen some crazy shit with a fucking Doberman Pinscher, bro.
You killing me, dog.
And the sad thing, I was like, damn, I was kind of turned on, but it's because the girl was just giving the dog sloppy toppy. And I was like,
oh, Jesus.
She's really good at that, though. I was just imagining myself.
You killing me, dog.
Yep. I never jerked off to it, but I did get horny to it. And I jerked off later, but not. I didn't jerk off to the watching animal porn.
Dog, you killing me. I don't need to know all that.
Sorry, man.
You're good, man, but I'm just like, goddamn.
So what we do here on there is drink it again. You know, I get loose.
He got lost a while back. Don't forgive him. He just got detoured in his head a little bit ago.
I get loose and I say what's on my mind and I tell all my secrets. It's fucking cool.
It's good to be open enough, but obviously you're just confident. You're more confident with it. So
Yeah.
me, I'm more like, hey, it's all good either way, man. I ain't judging, but it ain't necessarily got to be in my fucking brain.
That's true. That's true.
It ain't really. It don't need to be in my thought process right now.
That's very. Yeah, it's very inconsiderate of me to just talk about.
No, you're good.
Some dog fellatio.
Over here.
Bro, I don't want dog fellatio in my brain.
Yeah, damn.
I get that. Yeah, the image of a Doberman Pinscher laying back on all fours. And his tongue was out, bro. His tongue was out. He's literally just. I said, no fucking way. Anyway.
You killed me. Yeah, no, I don't know about all that, bro. But to each their own. I'm not but at the same time, goddamn.
Sick motherfuckers out here. Nasty. But yeah, I don't know, man. Just like new show, just wanted to be consistent. Still uploading shows on Spotify, Apple. I just uploaded episode 73. This is episode 123. So I have 50 more episodes to upload where I'll be caught up. To where after Thursday, the show will come out on Spotify like Sunday, Monday of the next week, maybe the next day, Saturday. Yeah, just working. Trying to grow, man. I just want to I want to get 1,000 subs. And I want them to say, you are not, even though you meet the requirements because of your content and your dirty mouth and your inability to play ball with us, you are not eligible to be monetized. And I'll be like, cool. I don't care. I'm still going to do this show and talk shit. And say rape and sexually assaulted.
Hey, man, I don't know about a lot of the shit right now when it comes down to it. I'm just saying, I think one thing I do know is that, I don't think it shows good character for anyone to be necessarily, like you said the word earlier, inconsiderate to the fact that people have different experiences. People all can be very easily able to relate on certain things, but it's knowing that we come from different places. The reason for diversities, right? We all have different experiences, different things under our belt, if you will. So it's like you talking about your whole little spiel a second ago, good for you, man. I'm not here to judge, but it don't even need me to necessarily feel like I have to agree or disagree on. It's more just hey, if that's, where your thing is right now is where your flow is going and whatever, man, cool. But, I think it's very weird, that being said, that it's people are so irate with one another when it comes to these, I guess, whatever you call it, pronouns, to how you identify or this or that. It's not like I'm a mind reader. I'm going to know the shit ahead of time. It's not unlike us from being human. We make mistakes, so it's I don't think there's, as much good character in the fact that people get very hostile with one another lately. You almost see the pop off level of things go from 0 to 100 real quick. People are just ready to go jump down a motherfucker's throat and rip their tongue out or some shit. I don't fucking know. But
yeah. I agree, yeah.
I think it's better to be able to relate is all I'm saying.
Yeah, too much judging, And I judge motherfuckers all the time, but I don't judge judge. I just judge. I'll look at you and be like, this motherfucker ain't shit. Or I'll look at you and be like, I make judgments, but I don't care really what you do. I don't know. We all judge, but there's judging and there's judging, bro. You're actually you're avoiding people or something.
No, I see what you mean. Like, and that's what I'm saying is like, in all honesty, like nobody really needs to feel like they need to attack each other over the fact that hey, your assessment is your assessment, and even it ain't even a discussion. That part ain't even the part anyone's trying to refute. Like, your assessment is your assessment. You can feel however you want to feel, but it's like, in all honesty, it's like, what does it matter that we may have differences in how we see shit, what we do sometimes, but it's like to know that we're relatable down to the core. It's like without the benefit of having, the ability to say that, hey, that's the reason for diversities too, because everyone came from different places, they've experienced different things. They add a different uniqueness, a signature, if you will, to how they do what they do. It's kind of like, it'd be kind of unfair to look at somebody and say, look, shit needs to be just like this, and again, in some cases, we're not going to know that off any given, is what I'm saying, in any exchange with one another. Like, I won't be right 100% of the time when it comes to just formalities. You get what I'm saying? Because no matter if I'm seeing someone like with what we deal with at the bar or whatever, when someone comes up to the bar or whatever and they're like, hey, can I get this? Now I usually just say, because this is where I come from, understand this is where I come from. I go, hey, excuse me, ma'am, sir, whatever, can I get you something to drink? And there are times where you might get someone come up to the bar and they're like, I don't identify as ma'am or sir or whatever, to any extent. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, okay, I apologize. I don't mean to offend. That's my politeness. That's my formalities. That's how I was taught. You know what I'm saying? You got to excuse the fact that, you ain't going to know off a given. That I don't mean no disrespect, but it's like,
Yeah. Excuse me. Shit, I go off energy a lot. Like if a dude comes up, it's like, I know you're a dude, bro, but you want to look like a chick. I'll just be like, what's up, bro? Or yes, sir. But if it's like, even if it's like you kind of know it's like a tranny that's like, wow, you really look like a damn woman, damn near, but you're a fucking man. I don't know. I haven't really been. What would I'd probably say man. Like, if you're that far in your transition, maybe
you'll humor it.
I don't know. I don't even know. I might still say.
Well, that's kind of. I mean, that's what I'm saying is either way, you know what? If I'm right, I'm right. But if I'm wrong, I'm still wrong. So it's like either way, you could be right for even saying it the right way. You could be wrong for saying it that way. And it's like, oh no. And it's like, okay, damn, I didn't know.
Well, now that Trump, that's one of the things, bro. He's putting into that shit. All that.
I just seen that the other day. Yeah, he said that we're only going to be registering that there's only male and female genders, and it's like, okay, good luck with that. Because I'm like, at the same time, I'm like, okay, good luck with that. With a lot of the way that, and especially like right then and there, you got to imagine, did he just lose a bunch of voters, in his favor? Maybe. I mean, again, not that he can run again on the next one, but let's just say anyone that aligns with this shit. Is that going to go well for any of them motherfuckers on the next time around? Because you know what? You might lose a bunch of motherfuckers right there. But for being
I align with it, though. And if I lose any gay listeners, I mean, I'm cool with that. Whatever. Get the fuck out of here. But it's like, that's cool, though. And it's the fact that at least don't promote it. Don't put it down our kids' throats. Don't have these drag queen story hours in our schools.
Right, but he did put in free speech. So I'm just saying, we all might hear about it again anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna hear about, like, there's gonna probably be some pissed off people if they even knew that shit happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, because even the people that vote one way or the other, it's like, do you guys actually really follow what the person's still doing, or once the election's gone either which way, do you just lose interest in even knowing what's going on? Like.
Yeah. Absolutely. I need to get a subscribe banner. I need to get a big subscribe banner. I'm going to do that right now. But yeah, I don't know. I like the way things are going so far. At least in my own life, 2025. What do you think about this stupid ass helicopter crash, though? I don't know much about it. But just based on general thinking, I've been on a few planes in my life. How the hell? And one of the busiest.
Does air traffic control not know one is right next to the next? You know what I mean? Or they're on a similar path.
how don't even the pilots know? Like a helicopter versus a jet. Okay, one's kind of hovering, this and this. I don't know.
Bro, what you gotta wonder is that not just something disguised for another reason? You know what I mean? Like I can't say what, and I'm not sure I would know. But I'm
Yeah.
saying, what if one thing is either it's honest to God, poor ass timing, and maybe somebody was kind of, that Lord knows, several years back they were talking about how air traffic control tower people were falling asleep, this and that, because they worked the longest amount of hours. They ain't got like a lot of,
They were drinking, damn it.
whatever, bro. Like it's just like, you got to put your faith in. What I'm saying is, when you got to put your faith in somebody else's hands to have your back, this is kind of what I've been trying to say, is that it's like, you got to really wonder. You're like, do these people actually in the thick of it go, do they really actually got your back? Do they really give a shit? And it's like, so sometimes you wonder. And I'm not saying it has to be so menacing or it could be for real, but I'm just saying, like, what if that's just another masked event? Like, the question is not, what happened, but it's like almost more like if there is that case, then it's like, who and for what reason would that have occurred? And, amongst the people that were affected, it's like, obviously that shit was a little more isolated, it's like, for all we know.
And the people that were on it too, supposed to be like U.S. figure skating team and maybe.
Okay, well that's very sus, is all I'm saying then, because again, like we're not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did they already do Winter Olympics? Because again, that could have been something.
It's crazy. Yeah, you gotta.
I don't even recall Winter Olympics as much as I feel like I should have. Like we didn't hear much going on there. Do we even know where they were at?
Yeah, and then like, are they saying the U.S. team because maybe there was like some doctors or some very important?
I don't know.
Oil guys, So it's like, yeah, something to keep mindful of for sure. And I believe no matter what we see on the news, it's literally the complete opposite, or at least 50% like straight up bullshit, like just.
But they were on it quick though. They were on it quick from what I understand, because like again, I was up like hell early this morning, and I was like, I saw it when it was first several minutes when it came up, and it lit up on YouTube, and there was every other kind of stream of somebody trying to talk about the shit from some news station or whatever. But it's like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like the fact that they could be on it like that, and they put it, like if it's possible there was something more to it, they sure blew it over real quick, so it wouldn't be even thought of.
What if it was
it didn't take that narrative, maybe at least, if there was more to it.
Right. What if you think it could be like maybe a UFO or one of these drones, and they're trying to cover it up?
Well, honest to God, it could have been an actual collision. Like it could have been like missed, poor timing. Someone didn't realize that, this one and this one was on a similar flight path, at the same time, like where one would be coming in when the other. So it kind of sounds like maybe even if that's, soldiers, running a mission or something, whatever it ended up being, the dude tried to do something probably and didn't realize what was going on around him and made a complete error. But it's like at the same time, what if it was something as simple as just we wanted to get rid of something? You know what I mean? Make it look like something and then say, oh, it was an accident. And then they get a fucking brand new helicopter or some shit. Like, we don't know. That could have been like, a gangster ass maneuver to be like, we need to upgrade. You know what I mean? I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, I really don't. Like, especially with the military, I really don't know. I don't even presume to think I know what the fuck they're doing, but I know that they could be always doing something. Shit, there could be clandestine shit rolling around in the whole goddamn neighborhood. My neighborhood, your neighborhood, everybody's neighborhood, and nobody would really fucking know the difference. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I believe that they're the ones that, like, there's been stories and stuff that they drop off, crates of guns in the hood and stuff, and they leave stuff, they ship guns, just to fuel shit. I believe in that, man. I don't know. I've never trusted government in general, but
man, it makes it real uncomfortable, whether it's the mob or if it's the fucking government and it's their, whole fucking thing. But it's like, there's some scary elements for sure. I don't like fucking with none of it. Like, I like where I'm at, but I know I could do some shit if I needed to. So it's like at the same time, like some of the shit just trips me the fuck out because it's like never really knowing, you know what I mean? Like, so if there were some shit going on like that, hell if I'd know.
Yeah, I got my subscribe banner now. There you
That
go.
looks badass.
Subscribe to Mother help me get up there and become a member today. Yeah, bitch, you. Yes. But yeah.
Man, I don't know. Like it definitely would be no shocker.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I mean, look at how it is. Like again, what we were talking about. I think on like the first show and the other last show, a couple of ones I've been on with you, whatever. Like the housing situation. I know you've got a pretty unique situation too. You know, it's like it's ridiculous that they can figure that like we don't either have to work with you at all. We don't want to work with you. Like you know, the rent situation as far as what the rates are. You know, what are people actually able to make? Let alone what part do they get to pocket out of what they make? You know what I'm saying? That don't go right away to something that's, you know, essential. You know, it has to happen. You know, so it's like, how in the fuck does anyone figure? You know, like there's a whole bunch of excess out here in this world sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, where are we supposed to just run ourselves around to and go through what, you know, to like, you know, really fucking make something happen where it's just like, look, I even got just a, you know, roof overhead situation.
There's so much abundance out here. There's so much resource excess.
It's crazy that you know how many houses there are, then they keep building and shit, and it's like the fact of the matter is there's no shortage in the shit like that. But it's like, are they gonna work with all of us people just to get us in? Probably not.
Do you think
Wouldn't you think that was the right move to do though? Is like for each person that's actually out there trying, like at least, hey, well, we got a program. We're trying to work people into these places because we just need people in there because obviously they're worth more when people are living in them. They're actually gaining interest. You see what I'm saying? Like you actually have that fucking factor in play.
Do you think that like they say the world's resources, do you believe that the world could ever run out of water, trees, oxygen, or do you think that it's just like infinite?
I mean, honestly, I'll be honest with you. Yes, I do. And that's why I've been on the global warming note too. I was watching some shit, believe it or not, on the Moby Pod, which is another podcast by the artist known as Moby, right? And he had this doctor dude on there, and he was kind of saying the way I kind of feel to some extent, which is to some extent, he goes on to say, like, you know, there are several factors that really do affect us, that, you know, global warming is a real serious issue. One that, like, you know, if certain of these factors fall below a breaking point or whatever, you know what I mean, or cease to exist, or, you know, whatever it ends up being, these just other looks at things where it's like, if we don't, you know, find a way to remedy this situation, then yes, we're all gonna be like fuck a whole lot more, you know what I mean, where we're gonna be all fucked up.
Yeah.
So it's like, I honestly think there are a lot of factors, and I feel like, yeah, this like fires next door shit don't help, you know, like I feel like, again, like the political scene obviously is just a shit show. It doesn't matter how you feel anymore, what you believe in necessarily, or how you fucking align yourself, because in some regards, again, kind of what I was saying earlier is like we're all more easily relatable than not. It's just, I feel like other people are trying to find more reason to reside on the side that says, here, I want to fight somebody about it, rather than like, you know, I want to see it as like, oh shit, maybe we all do kind of see it the same, and we just don't want some shit to change, kind of thing. Whereas much as like we're trying to accept, you know, changes that we're facing, you know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Take a swig of apple juice. I gotta take a double swig. That's too good. All right. Can you hear this beat? in the background. You cannot hear it, huh?
It's real faint.
I think the shit's too cold, bro. The studio's too cold. Fuck, the equipment's like, maybe. But either way, music pumps me up. That's what makes the pub different from other shows is that you got to play music in the background. The guest has to feel, the patron has to hear the music. The listener has to hear the music. And I'm going to work hard on that this week to get that.
Yeah, it's all good though.
Yeah. But that's something that's it's pretty much a requirement. I wouldn't even do a podcast if I couldn't play music. I'd be like, no, I gotta be the podcast and the DJ. Fuck that. You know? Yes, sir. You so you got your daughter this week. You know, you're in dad mode. So this next generation, because you have a little one, so maybe like I don't even know, like 7, 8 years, probably younger than my son. I don't know.
Bro's trying to brainstorm a really good question. I can see, like, damn, I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm trying to go some like I don't know, fatherhood. Let's talk about fatherhood. Fuck the government. I mean, it kind of still goes back in there, but fatherhood. See, I never wanted a daughter. I have a stepdaughter, but biologically, I never wanted a daughter because it still scares the fuck out of me because of the way just men treat women and stuff, and the way it's fucking.
No, I feel you. I've kind of been on this note a little bit lately. You're hitting some similarities.
It'd be weird, bro. It'd be weird from so many different aspects, you know, of just what the relations between men and women are, and so I'm glad I had a son. I always knew I was going to have a son. It wasn't even a question. The second or third one, I don't know. But the first one, my son, and I mean, I could have just assumed that the dynamic is so different. I'm raising him to like be a conqueror, you know, go out there and just get it. Like you're a boy, bro. There's only two genders, male and female, and you're a male, straight up. And I don't know, maybe as a dad, I still kind of have kid gloves on with them. I tell him I love him like all the time, all day, every day. I'm not one of those dads. I show a lot of affection as a dad, especially as a father. Like I roughhouse with him, but like I'll baby him too. Just kind of like I really talk to him and listen. And I don't know because your daughter's still she's young, like an infant still, or I don't know if
she's
you want.
1, yeah. She just turned 1.
Yeah, so it's like you're not at that stage yet. But do you think about like ahead, like when she's 8, 9? Do you kind of have that?
I'm scared with how it works, with how it feels already, and I don't really know any better how I feel about it. But it's like, yeah, I've had some wandering ass thoughts, and one thought that seems to stick right now is I want to make sure she handles herself well. Like she's already at that point where I feel like they told us so many good things about her progress already that I'm just super happy for that and very blessed in that case, because like all I ever really wanted to do was be a father. I knew it since I was little, bro. I was like, damn, dude, like I looked at my family, even though it went a little differently and all. But I looked at most of my, memories and I go, damn, I can't wait to see the other side of things, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like I was always pretty sure I'd, want to try. I knew I'd have my work cut out for me even then. That like all my life, I've really kind of thought about the shit, to be honest. Like, and it's deep because it's like I really don't feel like I know how to say I know more about it or I know better or now that I'm a father, this and that. But I do feel like one thing I do realize is like just, over the progress I've gotten with my daughter, already seeing her get kind of bigger already. Like I want her to grow up and be able to kick anybody's ass if she needed to, you know what I mean? So I feel like I don't care even if I got my hands full with knowing like she'll be a handful later in life. And it's like, ooh, she might even hate you, Dad. And it's like, okay, cool. Like I'm already like, you know, I'd rather you hate me and all these things as long as I know you can handle yourself for real. You know what I mean? But not push her, you know, like breaking point or nothing like that. But just like so she is mindful of shit. Like you know what I mean? Like I want her to know shit. And she's already learning shit so fast. Like they say she's in like 85, 95 something percent rating of like, you know, aptitude in that sense. Like she's already like her progression is like she's growing, you know, like, you know, she's very smart for even where she's at. She's, you know, picking up good progress. So it's just like, you know what I mean? Like I want to make sure I do it right, I guess is what I'm saying, as much as possible, you know?
Yeah, no, every parent.
So I understand your concern too, because I know right where, like, I was glad you actually brought that up because I was like, I've been thinking on that note a lot myself. So like to hear it from another, you know, father, you know, someone that knows, you know, like for you to bring up that note, that was perfect for me because I was like, I got a kick out of that because I was like, yeah, again, like I just want her to be able to kick the shit out of everything and anybody around her if she needs to, you know what I mean? Like that's just how it feels. Like handle yourself well, you know, be able to know it.
Know that shit. Yeah, and have respect for a daughter. It's like for a woman, you want to like have respect for yourself and like don't just give yourself away and all this stuff. You know, it's like so much. And but for my son, I'm talking to my homie this morning. It's like, yeah, for my son, it's like I'm teaching him like, yo, go out there and, you know, like get your woman, you know, like, you know, be that dominant man and but be respectful and, you know, be gentle when need to be. But like, man, without saying too much, I'm already getting them there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, but like you're the man. Like these women are meant to be like taken, bro. Like go and not take the pussy, but you know what I mean. Like
I get what you're saying.
step up and yeah, you want her, go get her, bro. You know, so like yeah, it's interesting. But I'd be thinking ahead in the future a lot. Like I already know there's like I picture myself having a conversation with them when he whatever gets in his first fight, when he throws a rock, breaks his first window, or like his first kiss or his first breakup, or when he comes home and the weed conversation and
for sure, man.
and I'd be thinking about like me as a granddad and shit. Like, that's gonna be a trip. Like he comes through, like I want you to meet this woman. I hope that life turns out like that. Like he meets a wife and he's like they come for the holidays and that whole shit, man. And it's like I don't know.
Can you imagine? Yeah, no, I mean, but then you start to really think about it, and then you're like, oh, but that's a lot of things that would change too. You're like, I probably wouldn't do this no more. I'd be doing this all the time because, like, and the fact that you see yourself going there, you're like, oh shit, dude. Like,
I think that shit, man. Like
for sure.
Me, that's a kind of a way of that I manifest stuff, and I'm positive because everything is in good favor too. Like I'm not. All my thoughts are like. Other than like just my actual personal pleasures that I want to achieve, like my thoughts are not really there's no malice in them, It's
right.
Like, I think of like, man, everybody in a good place, for the most part, like I'm just like,
sorry, bro.
Man. Excuse me, started coughing on the mic like a motherfucker.
No, you're good.
But this shit, motherfucking shit.
For real, like no, but that's good though. I guess that at least again to be aware of such things for ourselves too. Like like it lights you up in a way where now you're like, okay, damn. So how I got to do this now? Like, and now it's like I was sitting with a buddy earlier, and he saw me like dazing off, and I was just like kind of dazing off out there. Just looking dead straight at nothing, just thinking, and he had to like wave at me a few times, and I was like, "Thank you, though," because I was like, I joked with him. I said, "Oh, I was plotting," and I was like, "Nah, I'm kidding." I was like, I was contemplating, life. I was looking at, I was reflecting, if you will, whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like I was going out there for a minute, and I was like, "Thank you for bringing me back in," because I was just like, "Damn," I was like, I literally, since I've had my daughter, I don't think I've not taken consideration or the thought into like, 100 different directions or more. And just like, oh shit, that means now I got to try and do this and da 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 da. And I'm like, I'm looking at this like crazy ass list that I'm like just trying to get the basics done on, you know what I mean? And then I still realize I'm like, dude, sometimes I feel like there really isn't really enough time in the day, there isn't enough, being put forth, to actually accrue any good change when it's like you realize you got this like ultimate like huge ass checklist now all of a sudden that you're like, I would need this to do that to blah blah blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, I don't know about anyone else, but I've been feeling major overwhelmed by the fact that it's like I don't feel like I can get enough done. And that's even when I'm asking for help. I'm like, oh shit, I'm still trying to fucking figure out how to check these fucking boxes off over here, man. So like I definitely know I'm like, I just added like a whole nother set of criteria of like 30 more fucking things to do. Like, oh shit. I'm just like super, grateful I've been able to get like a lot of the things I need from my daughter. And I've had a lot of good people's help, all from like people we work with over there at the casino right before I had my daughter, people throughout time still, like super happy and feeling very blessed that people were very kind to us and I've never really, been able to, feel like I've been able to reciprocate that as equally as I should have back to people, you know what I mean? And it doesn't mean, I'm ungrateful. I just feel like it's easy to be misread sometimes about it because I don't know I've ever made some of those same people feel like, there was a nice enough return of the gratitude that I do actually have, which is like, again, they helped me a lot. There was a lot of things that helped through the beginning and through it all to this point. Like I'm very grateful, my family, gets to see my daughter, and for what it's worth, it's a really tough situation I'm in, for what it, like it feels good to know there's good, parts about it, but it's like really like all I can say is my whole situation doesn't feel as ideal as I'd hoped for it to be, so
Yes.
It's just strange that again, like, your studio should be nice, you know what I'm saying? For everything we do enough as it is, working full time, like I wish I knew the route to go to, like, I don't know what it takes at this point for more people to advocate that it's like, look, if the people are doing all right, then everything else would be doing all right. It's like, I don't know how much more when it comes down to it, push comes to shove. Like, I don't know how much more any of us really can push the issue. You know what I mean? Like, we all know the shit's fucked up to some extent, somewhere, somehow. It's just like, we're all just tripping, looking around to the person that does know something because we're like, hey, man, figure that shit the fuck out real quick, Better figure that shit out real quick for us all, man, because we're tired of shit being fucked up. I'm pretty sure is, the common notion.
Yeah. Nobody knows what to do. Nobody wants to die for nothing.
I hear it, man, but
nobody wants to die for their liberty anymore. Give me liberty, give me death.
Shit, man, I don't know.
Nobody believes in this anymore. I believe I do, bro. I was ready to die, and I'm still ready to fucking die over the vaccine. I will never, ever get fucking COVID vaccine bullshit, vaccinated card, fuck you, your vaccine passport, pussy shit over my fucking dead body. And I would take my kid out of your schools. You know me. And that's one thing I will never shake on, okay? You got more chance of me wearing a fucking dress, probably fucking kissing a dude on the fucking cheek in a movie than to me taking the COVID shit. I will never, ever take the COVID vaccine or any of the sorts.
Yeah, man,
I'll die on that.
Yes, that's how you feel.
I feel this way, bro. I was so like, I was ready to just really crash out over this, man. I went and bought an acre of land during this time, and I said, baby, I swear to God, I will just quit, and we'll buy a fucking trailer or whatever. We'll just go live on a tent on our land. I don't give a damn with shotguns and our fucking ARs and shit. And I will wait. I will wait for the ambulance and the nurse and the Dr. Fauci to come down that dirt road, bro. And as soon as I see the dirt, It's just like, hey, ready, hey, just start blasting, bro. I'm not gonna take this shit. That was my thing, and to those who did and felt great about it, good for you. But and thank you for just letting me not wanting to do that, and I still feel great. So we bygones are bygones. And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was a good little rant. I felt good about that.
That's
See,
good.
That's a
That's
therapy
family
night
for
rant.
real.
My therapy night. My therapy night rants, goddammit. All right.
For sure. Therapy night rants. That's what's up.
That's how this shit started.
Mhm.
Really just venting because I have a oh, I like this one. Because I have a just a different worldview. I'm George Carlin. I'm Patrice O'Neill. I'm Corey Holcomb. I'm Howard.
I was just watching some George Carlin shit. That's good. Yeah, he's legit.
I am all those guys. Sam Kinison. Like I'm the Richards, of course. Like I just go to the left, bro, and not the left in fucking politics. Just the left. I go sideways. I go fucking. It's like, dude. It's like, oh, everybody's like doing that. Fuck all that. That's stupid. You guys are stupid. And I'll be over here, me, one man, you. All I need is maybe one other person. I don't even need a friend, bro. I just need like an acquaintance from time to time. Just, like a cool neighbor. Like, we don't even got to hang out and barbecue. It's just like, dude, what's up, bro? Hey, cool. Like, I just need to know sometimes, cause I'm a lone warrior. I'm a lone dog, a lone wolf, like Stephen Paddock. Okay.
It's good to be tied into something, though. I hear what you're saying. Like, it's good to have, the connections that can make shit count. It's like you gotta, it's more like, to be involved in a project with somebody is much more fortuitous of a situation all around because you can get more range.
Yes.
More to play off of when it comes to like comedy, like, these people you were mentioning, like sometimes those collaborations just be, it makes a whole lot more count, when it ain't just, one-sided stories, from one aspect. Collabos mean that, both sides are usually exchanging.
Yeah.
Exchanging usually entails, like commerce is, it's like to have the flow of things, to have something to be able to count on, some kind of, commencement to be able to move in a sense, to gain.
Did you go to high school out here in Reno?
Yeah, most of my schooling was out here in Reno. I mean, I moved from Illinois when I was little, but like,
No, yeah.
I moved real little, so it's like most of all my schooling was done out here.
It's tight. Battle born
I jumped around a lot. I was fucking. It was not easy.
Oh, what is this? Oh, hold on. I'm about to download something sicker than sick. All right, let's go. If this works, if this background works, motion background, we're about to kill the game. I got the lighting on point. Sorry. Battleborn, I went to Hug High. Yo, man, and that fucking cunt. Let me talk about this cunt, who apparently thinks I'm a tweaker and stuff. And look, I make no qualms about it, okay? I've done every drug in the world. But it's talking about I went to Hug High and I went to North Valleys for like a semester or like a quarter. Oh, you went to trash schools. That's why. That fucking cunt that came into the J Resort. Fuck you, bitch. Huh? How about that?
Yeah, that was a ridiculous scene for sure. But she was really the one making an ass more.
And because I say I've been brainwashed by sports. Ladies and gentlemen, I talk on this channel all the time. I don't give a damn about sport. I love sports. I love athletics. I consider myself an athlete.
But that was weird because that was weird how she got on you because she came out of nowhere in the first place to engage in that part of the conversation when she was the one that brought it up in the first place saying fucking, oh, so don't you like sports? And you were like, yeah, kind of. I mean, and again, and she knew you, like, you're one of the bigger sports talkers I know of. So it's like, when it comes to it, you follow what you can, I'm sure, and you know what you know. So it's just like, the fact that you were just undecided and you were just giving the like, I like some of it. And you were kind of getting into it. And she just was like, oh, you don't like certain people? Like, oh, you got to have like at least a team. And she was just ripping you a new one. So it was like, oh, now you're like, you're like Jane sports, master all of a sudden on everybody, like because you were sitting at the bar, like.
It's Ohio State and Notre Dame football. Like I've never had a college football team, but love the shit out of college football. But my college basketball team, of course, I go for the Tar Heels, but then I go for the Rebels and the Wolfpack. In general, regional teams. But
I like a few. I like a few for college. Like, to be honest, like I like some different schools. People might be like, "Huh, I don't see that with you," but it's like, yeah, I look at a couple schools.
But Notre Dame and Ohio State, I would never even like those schools anyway. If anything, Florida State because of Deion Sanders. Like if the Hurricanes were in there, I'd go for the Hurricanes off top. I'd probably go for USC. Might be the only California team that I'll actually root for. I don't know. Because back in the day, Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, give Reggie Bush his Heisman back. That's bullshit. That was a killer team. Mike Williams, Pete Carroll. Oh my God. Actually, yeah. I think so, bro. USC is literally the only fucking California team I root for. I don't care about the California teams, bro. Screw them all. And this is before 2020. I've always felt this way growing up as a Nevadan. You guys want to come over here and shit. I get it, man. But look, I don't care about your beaches, man. I don't give a damn about weather. We got great weather here. It's a little cold or whatever. You throw on a nice little Carhartt beanie. You know what I'm saying? I like Tim's. I like the East Coast weather better anyway. I can wear Tim boots and jeans. Shit. I don't give a damn. I like girls that wear Uggs and like those big fluffy boots. I like sandals, though. You guys got the best sandals, toes in the game out there. I got a foot fetish now. But that's another story. I'm just saying. California doesn't really have. I'd rather go to Florida or Hawaii or like I heard South Carolina got beaches. To be honest, I don't know.
Huh.
Oregon has beaches. I'll go to Oregon beaches. It's just I've never been I love the West Coast, but the West Coast is Cali's the king. I'll give it. Of course.
Hey, just so you know, Oregon, everything's legal in Oregon, drug wise. Like that, yeah. The only thing you can't do apparently is fight. If you fight, you do go to jail. If you fight, you go to jail.
Well, I don't want to be fighting anyway, to be honest. I'm trying to get away from these.
I'm just saying, if you were to ever have to, like, imagine how fucked up that is with people that, start shit. It's like, you fight even to defend yourself. There's no win. You go to jail. Like, I knew from somebody who told me last I heard, it was if you fight, that's like the only thing they can't, like, look away from is if you fight with somebody, you're probably going to jail. So it's
if you cannot stand your ground, if there's no standing ground law, fuck that state.
Basically, no. Like, yeah, if you fucking fight, you go to jail. Like,
fuck Oregon too. Shout out
you might have every drug be legal and everything like that, but if you fight anything, boom, you go to jail.
Yeah, I get it. I don't run into. See, that's why drugs. They keep me on that level, bro. Especially if you're up there doing shrooms, you're smoking good train wreck and stuff.
But how fucked up would that be? Even if cops just decided to fuck with you one day, hey, let's just see what this guy's doing. Hey, what do you think you're doing?
I'm like, bro, I ain't fighting. I'm just chilling. Yeah. I'd be like Gandhi.
I think I just woke my daughter.
With the rain and the weather, I'd be gone. I'm in Zen mode in Washington, Oregon. I wish it rained like that here in the desert, man.
You might get better off if it could, but at the same time, there ain't no much where else it can go but hit people's houses up. Every time we hit even low flooding levels lately, like it's like done devastating shit to certain people's houses somewhere. It just flows. Some people's throughout Reno, it's a weird way.
Fuck yeah, Vegas too. It's just Vegas would be gone in a day, like 12 hours or so. Just it's insane. The water just. It's like we don't know how to build drains. Like, isn't there a lower place that we could get this water to? It's true.
We're in a fishbowl, basically, man, with the Sierra Nevada mountains. I woke my daughter, though, I guess, so I got to go get her back to chilling. So,
all right, brother.
Thanks again for having me on the show and all, man, and getting that all out the way.
Hell yeah, man. No, thanks to you, man. Shout out to you. Have a good night, bro. I'm going to wrap up, and just... peace and love, man. The new slogan is, something where all are welcomed, or sinners and saints welcomed, or something like that. I made a thumbnail, but we welcome sinners and saints at the Haida Pub. Yes, something like that.
For sure, I'm gonna have to look into it, and I'm gonna hit you up later, whatever, let me know.
Sounds good, man. Go be a good dad. and fucking
For sure,
rock out.
man.
All right,
Thanks
man.
again. Peace, man. Have a great night.
You too, bro. All right. John J. Reno John. We're going to have to get him an official nickname. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Because he's been coming on, getting the spiel off, and just having real talk. Shout out to Extreme Heat Sports Management up in the pub. And Podbean, we're tapping off. I'm going to end the show right now. Much love. Be on the lookout for episode 74 in the morning and 75, and we're going to get all the way to 80 this week. So 50 more episodes to upload the back catalog. Peace and love. Holla at you, Podbean. All right. We're going there. I feel like tonight was a great show. I feel like came through strong. Hey, Bline, bro, appreciate it, man. Like, for real, dude, for like coming through. Let me hop on yours. Motivated me a little more to do mine. And got me through. I don't know how long we've been on for, but this is a good amount. This is another couple hour show. We're going to tap off episode 124 next week, man. Let's keep going. Let's get back to the consistency. I'm going to get back in the flow of things. I got the music played. We got to figure out a couple of mechanical errors, wires, and stuff like this, okay? Thank you to everybody that tapped in and tuned in. Harris is Drinking Again Pubcast is available on audio everywhere. You could Google it. Amazon, Spotify, Apple, Tidal, iHeart, wherever you listen to podcasts, check out some of the content. It's a whole different perspective. Thank you to the YouTube viewers. And drink responsibly, stay up, stay well, man. Put your seatbelt on and wash your ass. All right? And if you need help, there's the damn number for the thing, man. What is it? 1-800-662-HELP. Help a friend. Help a brother out, okay? Harris is Drinking Again Pub. Be on the lookout for more content. Here soon. We out. See y'all next week. Shamotas.
You have been listening to the Harris is Drinking Again Pubcast. For more, go to YouTube, type in @HideaPubcast. Look us up on Spotify, any and all streaming platforms. Harris is Drinking Again Pubcast. Thank you.